Hey everybody, hey there, whoop, get that out of the way. T1 GlistenRLove here, just doing a last minute check to make sure that everything is running as it should. Hey, there we go, that's better. Alright, hey, that didn't take very long at all. That really didn't take very long. Oh, hold on, let me make sure the audio is balanced properly here. You can keep talking. Oh, they can't hear you. They can't hear you yet. Oh, well, I said they can't hear you. Alright. Just a quick sec. Just a quick moment. You can still. You're still good. You're still good too. You were talking about a game that delayed its release because of Silksong coming out. Was this a I was trying to oh my god. Oh, wait. Did you say something? Oh, okay. Yeah, they still can't hear you. It's weird. I'm trying to get you to keep talking so that I can figure out the audio for you, but also trying to respond to something that you said that they can't hear.
Oh no.
See, oh no!
I'm looking at the stream and I see you. Oh, hey look, it's Discord.
Hi Discord! There we go. This is why we go into studio mode first.
I see myself lighting up.
Yep, you are. That's what I was saying earlier. You were still, the Fugi was active. They should be able to hear you now, by the way. Keep talking for a bit.
Hello?
Hey, there we are. Alright.
Bye-bye. So I was going to start a new game. I was going to stream me playing a game called Little Witch in the Woods.
Yep, this is the one that had the art of the shadow of Hornet with the witch on the ground because they were delaying the release of the game, I believe.
Quite possibly. They did delay the release of their game because of Silksong.
Really quickly, hold on. This is what I have. This is all of the T'au models that I have for I believe it was a 1K game some time ago. Ignore that guy. That one doesn't have a magnet on it. That one doesn't count. It's just a little list of a plate of models, because instead of going out and buying a magnetized tray, magnetized carrying case. I made my own, and this is the metal tray from it. In part so that I can just take the tray out, and also so that I could customize it if I wanted to add a little feature here or there. The joy of trying to slowly, very slowly, become a bit of a handyman when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, so when you play at a tournament, at least at an official tournament, technically you can play with your models being unpainted, but if you do so, you take a 10-point penalty to what's called your victory points, your objective capturing, which is a pretty big deal, it turns out. So I am trying to get them all painted. Now, the only paint that you need on a model in order to count for this criteria is you need to have 3 colors on it. That is actual factual it. And so for some of these, like the Crisis battlesuits, they already have 2 colors. The undercoat, which is the primer, and then adding a little bit of white on them for their Farsight Enclaves. That's supposed to be light gray. Aesthetically, I think that white looks better, so that's what I'm going with. But your mileage may vary. You may actually want to make them, if you plan on selling them later, you may want to make them the official colors because they're more likely to sell because those are the official yeah. But I just think that white looks better than light gray on them, personally. Personally.
Get to stay up. Although a point penalty for not painting your models seems a bit egregious considering how expensive the paints are.
Yeah.
Although I guess the models are also ludicrously expensive, so I mean, if you're already in for a penny, you might as well be in for more.
I suppose.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Ludicrously expensive. Remember that the company that makes these also has their own paint line, so that's not a bug, that's a feature.
Yeah, I know. I use their paints.
Oh, yay. I mean, to be fair, what used to be Citadel...
It looks like you do as well. I recognize that bottle.
It's actually a decent paint. I rather like it. White Scar. But, nevertheless, it is a financial incentive they give you. Alright.
I do indeed use them. There are some paints that like you can get from them that you can't really get elsewhere, like their technicals.
Yeah, agree. Technical paint, for people that don't know what that is basically a paint that is meant to not simply go on the model, but has something extra in it, such as there's a gray one that we had that has some grains in it of some kind, such that when you paint it over it, it added texture in your painting. So Evangeline has a Vindicare assassin standing behind a wall. She painted that wall with a gray technical paint, and it created these clumps that gave it texture automatically. Stuff like that. We have a technical white paint that can be used for snow. It's supposed to look like, well, exactly, it's supposed to look like snow. Something like that. For if we ever want to get around to adding weather to her bases, or not white scars. What's the space? Not space wolves. Yeah, space wolves. The Viking ones. You know the ones. Yeah, the ones that have dogs in their army. Someone calced out that you could have up to 69 dogs, nice, in your army if you went with space wolves. Alright, let me get started.
And on my end, we got the resolution, the model's working, everything's fine.
Oh.
Now I just need to, because I had to restart Firefox. Okay, every so often, I installed a Firefox a while back because new laptop, I was like, might as well swap away from Chrome into Firefox.
Based.
And when I did that, one of the things that happened was I want that one.
Okay.
I had to re-download. Also, I needed to re-download uBlock.
Yes.
And fun fact, on Firefox, uBlock will occasionally conflict in such a way where YouTube starts experiencing extreme amounts of lag.
That's a Chrome thing. I mean, that's a YouTube set that up, right?
Yeah. So I have Premium, so theoretically I wouldn't need uBlock. I could just uninstall it, but I would like uBlock for everything else.
Yeah.
And the one solution I have found to make the lag go away, and it does work, and it keeps it keeps the lag away for like weeks on, like for a week or two. So it's not like I'm doing this constantly. But the one solution I found is just close the entirety of Firefox, like every instance, every tab, every window.
Oh,
just
okay.
close it all and restart.
I try to do that just as a matter of. You'll notice if you look on Task Manager, I do anyway, that it rises and rises steadily. If I close it and bring it back, it ends up being less taxing on my computer. At least that's my experience. Also, as a Firefox user myself, based. I am the less than 1% that uses Firefox on mobile. Yay!
So I'm just in a call with one other person. I might as well add the Fugi thing to this for you. How do you add that?
Oh, that's a good question. It's been so long since I set this up. I don't remember. But it's on that reactive Fugi website. I think one of the options on the... Oh goodness, without seeing it myself, it's kind of hard to guide someone through it.
I think I got it.
Oh, very good.
I think we got it.
All right. Now, if I end up dropping out of the call, don't take any offense to it. This is going to be a very short stream, you see, on my end anyway.
I'm only going to go for like a couple hours because I am driving a lot tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. For what? Wait. You told me, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm going down. I'm going to see some friends.
That's right. Okay.
And because of that, I'll also be unable to make it to Elden Ring tomorrow, probably. Not because I won't be... Actually, I should finish my drive before the stream starts. I'll just be at a friend's house.
Yeah. So. You've got your priorities in order. That's fine. Do you want us to... I'm trying to think, since you already did Baal, what optional? We could do a bunch of caves and whatnot down in there first. I could send him to Consecrated Snowfield for... not Estelle. What's up?
The only real things that I would like to be there for are Mesmer and then Consort.
Yeah.
Which you guys, I assume, will not be getting to Consort. So
No. Especially if we're doing all kinds of other stuff as well. I'm going to take him over to... we have Estelle at home. Back in the base game. If that's alright. Especially since Tim is going to be able to join us. So maybe he'll survive Meteor Rain. Maybe. Hopefully? Maybe. No promises. Alright. I have to remember with these streams, I have to lean forward a bit more than I normally would, because if I sit up straight, no one can see anything. Nothing is going on. The joy of it being real life, right? Something flesh tuber. I hate the term flesh tuber, but it works. It's the agreed upon term. So
doesn't really matter what I think. You don't like it?
It just sounds weird.
Okay, that I will not contest you with. It does sound weird. I think it kind of sounds weird in like a goodish way, like kind of a quirky way, but I can see why someone wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Maybe it's just some people really hate the word moist. Maybe it's just the word flesh. Maybe that's what's going on. Something like that. Oh dear. Oh.
This is not Minecraft. I'm not playing Minecraft.
Not this time. I believe I actually have that game in my Steam library, by the way. Picked up from...
Little Witch in the Woods?
Humble... Well... I thought I might have picked it up from Humble Bundle, but I got it from something.
Title set, models working. You've shown up in the reactive.
Hey!
Now I just need to start.
Are you sure that you want me in the call for your first stream of it?
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just kind of chilling in here playing it. I don't mind.
Fair
Plus,
enough.
having someone to chat to will mean I'm not dying in silence.
Oh, that's true. It really does help. Well,
Yeah.
if you give me a moment, I can pull up your stream as well, so that I can occasionally look over and see your chat. Because right now I don't have chat, or at least I don't have anyone that's active in chat. I have 6 people watching, and thank you for that. But you know, it is nice to be able to talk and hang out for a bit.
And we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, all nobody who's here. Until presumably Elf shows up.
Oh, you know me. Hi. And what are you playing?
I am playing Little Witch in the Woods, this game I picked up. The game I learned about because it was on the list of games that got delayed when Silksong came out. And I looked at it, I was like, this looks adorable, let's grab it. And then I never played it for a really long time.
No. Life gets in the way. Ooh.
Life does get in the way.
Much to my chagrin. There's a reason this stream is going on after 8 on my end. Life gets in the way. Oh. Yeah?
Found everything except the carrot. It's good that we never found the carrot. This is something There's something off about that legendary carrot soup recipe.
What? Oh, in Minecraft?
No, in this game.
You said. Oh wait, have you already? This isn't your first session, right?
This is. I've never played this game before.
Legendary carrot. Okay. I missed
never checked
something
the
there.
Registry.
What the heck?
You actually have. As we never checked the men's history. You actually have some shame. I thought you knew nothing but adventures. Searched the whole school, safe that place, but never found the carrot.
See, you were saying that. I didn't realize you were talking dialogue from the game.
Yeah, I am.
So that's what legendary carrot. Did you just get? Oh wait, this is from Minecraft because I didn't think you're at the start of the game. I didn't know you were talking to someone. So
evidently I'm talking to my hat, which I didn't realize the hat talked, but I guess it does have a face on it, so.
While I'm thinking about it, did you say that Neverwitch, the game that's it's not by, but Pocket Pair is the publisher for it, the people that make Palworld, where you play as, it looks like Metroidvania mixed with Super Mario Odyssey, you know, the hat possession mechanic?
Oh, yeah.
It looks pretty adorable, too. So, talking about another game while you're on this game, but
That's fine.
Reminds me.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think the vibe is more just chilling here, chatting, as opposed to while playing a new game.
Chilling out, max and relax and all cool.
Something like that, yeah.
Shooting some b-ball. That's okay.
See how I also know that this game, it has your classic. It's like just a pure keyboard game, which means. And my immediate thought is, oh, this game must be out of Japan because it uses Z and X for confirm and deny.
Oh, that is a choice, all right. That's a decision.
Well, because you use the arrow keys to move and then Z and X to select and select like the confirmation and cancel buttons.
Because they don't tend
it
to
is not unusual. I see it a lot.
By default, they don't use WASD for movement, right?
Well, it's for games which don't need a mouse and don't need a controller. Those are the buttons you typically if it's all on the keyboard, that's your control scheme usually.
When I was playing,
so your right hand is doing movement, your left hand is doing text chat, what have you.
Yeah, that makes sense. When I was playing Doom back in ye olden days, Doom is an old enough FPS that you didn't use WASD yet. That was popular. That was what would you say? Yeah, popularized with Quake. But in Doom, you still used up, down, left, right. To this day, it still feels more natural for me to use up, down, left, right, use the arrow keys instead of using WASD, even though there's
just because you played Doom?
Because I played, well, you know, it's the whole, you get used to one controller or one style, and you have to try to move from that to other things, but it's easier to just stick with what you have.
See, all of my early video game experience was on things like Club Penguin, where you clicked to move your character.
Oh, dear God. Yeah, it sounds miserable. I mean, Those are the
Old
days.
BAAWA was great. What are you talking about?
Oh, the clicking to move everywhere. Every game becomes cookie clicker.
Well, I mean, it works.
I'm glad it does. Doge.
Oh my gosh, that pout face is so adorable.
All right, you sold me. Wait a minute. If you go on Steam, is this one of those games where the first 2 tags are going to be cute and funny? Little Witch No Beta is like that. Seriously, it has the cute and funny as the first 2 tags.
The first tag is cute, but then the second one is pixel graphics.
Okay.
Cute, pixel graphics, magic simulation, casual, puzzle.
Oh, okay. It's not in there that early. Hey! Oh, where is my...
Noveletta? Little Witch Novella?
Nobeta. Nobeta. Nobeta.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm no better than you.
It is cute and funny. Oh my god.
Yeah. It attracts exactly the audience you think. That's why. It's unfortunately, it's exactly those people.
Magna cum laude? That's a term related to school. I don't remember what it means though.
It's top of your class. It's not a direct translation, but that's what it means. So when you graduate with high enough honors from college, they can give you the added title Magna Cum Laude or Summa Cum Laude, or just Cum Laude is the lowest of those.
The horn rabbit was as big as a house.
Yeah, that's the deal. That's
the our protagonist Ellie here is Magna cum laude, despite breaking into the principal's office 3 times.
Basically, it means a very smart troublemaker is the profile they're giving her, I guess. Yes. So just like me, for real. I
just also realized there's a cat bartender sitting in the corner.
Oh, here we go. Now that the statute of limitations has expired, I could tell you about some stuff that I did in school that would get me in trouble. No. Oh no. No.
It's like a leopard person bartender, and he has slicked back black hair, and I'm like, why?
It's not slick back. It's a pimp named Slickback. You have to say the whole thing, like A Tribe Called Quest. Man, that was one of the shows of all time.
What? The terrible city of wolves.
Right? Some of these I'm having to go back over with a second coat. White is a notoriously thin paint, or tends to be notoriously thin, and so you can see with just one coat the layer underneath.
The whites I use isn't really that thin, I guess. Well, is it a base paint or is it a layer paint that you're using?
Well, this is a base paint.
Oh.
You would think that would be it, but no. Oh,
maybe try Corax White at some point if you need a thicker white, because I think that one is a bit thicker.
Right, I'm using White Scar, so maybe it's just this particular paint. That may very well be. I don't think I'm thinning down too much, but that could be part of it as well. I'm of the opinion, generally, better to be too thin than to be too thick. Too thin, you can always add some more later. Too thick, and you have to strip it, which is less than fun.
Yeah. Although sometimes you want something thin. I distinctly remember when I was painted I have the Dark Souls painted world figures that I did.
Right.
You know the crow, those crow dudes that fly at you. Them, when I was painting the white onto them, because it was a black base, I used a black, not a base, but a primer. They were a black primer that I painted white on top of.
Ooh.
And then I put a layer of Nuln Oil on top of that, and it kind of gave me the perfect sort of like, it gave me like the perfect sickly white that I was kind of going for, because it looks white, but it doesn't look like natural white.
Is this one of the ones you posted pictures of in the server? It's just a long time
ago? I believe
ago?
I posted photos of it in the server a while back.
I may have to run back and go take a look at those then. So that might give me some inspiration. I don't have a proper setup for painting where I don't have an overhead camera. So it would be, or a behind the back camera. It means I have to lean further forward than I'm used to, and so I keep forgetting to lean forward for painting so that other people can see it. Just the joy of doing one of these in real life, I guess.
So this university student will break into the principal's office 3 times, but will not partake in underage drinking.
Oh yeah,
well, I mean, one of those probably should not be.
Yeah, that's a much higher level, I would think. It's Bart Simpson, right? He's mischievous, but at least sometimes pretends to have a heart of gold. Sometimes.
I mean, that's one of my, at least like Homer. That's one of the. I'd like to think Homer has a good heart.
Oh yeah.
Unlike Mr. Peter Griffin, Family Guy.
Yeah.
Does not.
That's not where I thought you were going with that, but you are correct. You are based and correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of the shows, but just like of the shorts that get fed me, there's a reason I enjoy the Simpsons ones more than the Family Guy ones.
Same. I thought you were going to go with Abe. Abe is his dad, and who is very much not a good person. He's not depicted to be all that great. Neglectful father, and it's a minor miracle that he actually is in the nursing home and they come and visit him more than once and ever. Let's see. There are 2 different official color schemes for Farsight Enclaves. The most recent one actually paints the tips of the missiles as black. The one that I had looked at painted them white. I guess you could go with either one. I'm not sure which one I think I like more.
Oh no, the hat's name. It's Virgil. Oh no.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Is it the storm that is... Never mind.
Approaching?
Yeah.
Take a screenshot of that to send to some of my friends.
Do it. You will sell some of them on the game, I'm sure. Just
I don't know.
That.
My friends who will find that funny this is not the kind of game that they would play.
Ah. I'm looking to see if any more of them happen to need some touch-up while I have the brush out. Although, this brush is starting to get frayed, so it may not be long for this world.
Keywords is a speech of time. Use keywords to talk to villagers to ask them questions about specific keywords. General keywords and special keywords. General keywords are keywords. Requests that are removed after a certain number of instances.
General keywords, Captain Obvious, Major Awesome, and the rest of them. The rest of the gang. I'm just going to set this one to the side. I need to do more than just that with the white. But I haven't decided what I want to do with the missiles just yet. I have the Farsight Enclaves holiday box that I'm going to use as color reference. You won't see it quite the same way that I see it because it's chroma keying out green and close to green, but it should be pretty close. It actually makes the gun on the broadside look a little bit different, look a little bit off. Yeah, let's see.
And that is a wolf that is in a tuxedo. How dashing.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm falling in love with this world building already.
That is a good... I was about to say good problem to have. No, that's just good.
Yeah. I am... I play a lot. I play a lot of games where it's like I play FromSoft games. I played Expedition 33.
Hey.
I play a lot of like difficult games, and I do enjoy those kinds of very sort of combat focused, difficult, lore heavy world building games. But I also just really enjoy sitting back with one of these nice relaxing games every so often.
There's nothing wrong with that. As the guy who plays Elden Ring to relax, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I did that. I came back one day from work and then just quickly threw a stream together. What am I going to play? Something nice and relaxing, right? Elden Ring, yeah.
Elden Ring. What could possibly go wrong?
I think Palworld is probably a better one for me like that. I still treat it like Dark Souls, but it's a much more I can turn off my brain and just play it sort of game.
Yeah. See, right now my relaxing chill game is Slime Rancher, or Slime Rancher 2.
Oh, okay.
That I've been enjoying. I need to go back. For a while it was Factorio, which might sound weird, but it's kind of therapeutic putting those factories together. I need to go back and actually beat the game, though.
Yeah. I believe you, though, actually. You're not the first person to have that opinion that I've found, and you won't be the last. Yes, we have... Oh, hold on. This one might be open. This one's open. Just a quick sec. I'm going to see if I can find Retributor armor in here somewhere. I said earlier former. It is a former Citadel color because Citadel does not exist anymore. I think they've actually completed that transition. Now they're Warhammer paints.
Oh, officially. Did they? Oh, I
did
not know that. That must have been recent.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it's recent. You are
right.
All
of my bottles still say Citadel on them.
Yep. I think that they announced it a couple months ago, and I think that they're rolling it out over time. Have you ever seen one of those ad campaigns? Not ad campaigns. One of those company logos where it goes from being something unique and stands out to graphic design is my passion, and it just looks simple like everything else. I got that impression from the transition from Citadel to Warhammer paint. Credit where credit's due, the font that they used for Citadel definitely stands out. And then the Warhammer paint one looks simple by comparison. An example would be Patreon going to their new, I say new logo as if they didn't do that 5,000 years ago. Or Pringles, removing the outline from the man and just going with a much more simplistic design. Cracker Barrel tried to do that, but they rolled it back. That one was recent. That one was a few months ago.
Okay. So what I'm getting from this game right now is I'm on a train to a place called like Hightown, I think, or Highlington. Okay. And the theory, what was told to me by my hat and by the bartender is, whenever you arrive, you need to take off your shoes. And it's, I guess I wasn't like buying in, so I was asking around, and I just came across some guy who's like, yeah, no, that's just that people tell newcomers to make fun of them.
Oh. It's just like real life. No. Yes. Hazing. You're getting hazed.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what's happened here.
Yeah, quick sec. Let me see if I can find one of my... This is going to sound strange. I like to paint sometimes with push pins for the extremely small point. Where did they go? I'm sure that sounds odd, but the reason is it's just a very thin, small little point that I could actually use to fit into places that I would not want to try to do with a paintbrush, because I don't want to get any of the areas around it. Hold on, you might not be able to hear me for just a second, but I'm going to stand up and see if I can... Oh, yay, the microphone is tied. Never mind, I can't. Where did I put those?
It has Phoenix.
You'll be able to hear you, but not me for just a moment. I will be, hopefully, just a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh no, I'm all alone. Must be hiding in a cave with a tiled chamber deep within. There would be a tall pillar, strange statues, and a giant door, in front of which you will find. Sounds like the prologue to a story where you awaken a terrible demon. Okay, hold on, Virgil. Shut up and look out the window. Listen at the mountain. He's like a gigantic shining tree. A gigantic shining tree. Why is it shining? Does it have luminous flowers? It must be beautiful up close.
Tree beard decorated
Give it up.
it. Put some tinsel
Give it up.
on
This
it.
train won't stop for 2 days.
Yeah.
Ugh, I want to get out now. I hope
Let
we
me
crash.
out.
What do you
Let me
mean
out.
you hope we'd crash? Fat chance of that happening, so just stay bored.
Ah.
After all, you signed up for 3 years of even more boredom.
Hello?
Hey, Tim.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. You got space for one more?
Sure, yeah. We're just hanging out for a little bit. I am painting my models. What are you up to?
And I am live streaming Little Witch in the Woods.
Yeah. I hopped back into Sekiro today.
Oh, nice.
Fun.
Yeah, you took a break from that for a while, I remember. Or at least I haven't seen an update from you in a bit.
Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That will do it. I
Right now
am
I'm
using...
just,
Yes?
Hmm?
What's
oh,
up?
sorry, you go.
I'm using a push
go first.
pin to paint my models.
Ah,
Push pin. That's fun.
Huh?
It's
right.
it's for getting into grooves where I want to get paint, but I don't want a brush to paint over the area around it. And a push pin
Added
by
to
being solid.
the reactive.
Oh, nice. Very good. Is by being solid, I don't have to worry about it hitting the areas around it.
This isn't a jungle.
Oh dear.
Train robbers. This isn't the Wild West. It's a healing game, remember?
Oh dear.
I don't know,
Right
you
now,
say
this-
that, but like...
CJ is doing the voice acting for the game. Voice
Ah.
acting. He's
Hey, a
reading the
boa
dialogue.
constrictor. The correct line is, what's going on?
Mm.
There's a station here, why are we stopping? Not sure, maybe there's something wrong with the train. I doubt it's a boa constrictor, though. Yes, I think a boa constrictor would be a bit too small to stop a train.
You would hope. If not, you have bigger problems to
think.
worry about, literally.
like a large boa constrictor?
Yeah. Did I show you pictures of... I found an alligator on my vacation. If I did not, I should post those in the server. Oh dear.
Just for the inconvenience. Critical issue, perhaps.
So, Tim, an alligator is a crocodile that is Florida Man.
I look way too happy about this fact this train has experienced a critical issue.
Uh-oh.
Yes!
Well, it means you're less bored now, right? Wasn't that what
Train
she
will
was...
stop until tomorrow morning. And the departure time.
I know, I'm just picking up some money and experience.
Okay.
We're back in a
There's
bit.
a couple prosthetic tools I want to upgrade.
Not sure if you remember, but of course I remember. Shining tree is at the peak. No,
Firecrackers,
not
Tim?
that. Get that.
Hmm? Firecrackers.
The ones that you were trying to upgrade? I was wondering which
Oh, that's better.
tools you were...
Right now it's the lapis,
Oh, that's a good one.
the shuriken.
Yeah, that's a
The
good
lapis
one.
shuriken. And the prerequisite for that one, the feathers thingy.
Okay.
Those two.
I think the
And the
most...
skills I want. Hmm?
I think the
Yeah.
one that I used the most... CJ was there, he could probably say. The tool that I used the most in Sekiro is probably the firecrackers, right?
The firecrackers, I would argue, is one of the most useful tools in that game.
Yeah. You know, even if it's not Gyobu, most enemies won't get stunned as much as Gyobu does, or his horse. But it's still a useful
You're forgetting
little...
you're forgetting the other one.
Oh, well, just in
Monkey
general.
Man.
It's good as a combo interrupt sometimes. You can
Oh, yeah.
stop. You can attack as many times as it takes until they're about to counterattack, or until they're about to parry, and then you throw the firecrackers in to make it your turn. It's the RPG. When is it my turn? But for Sekiro.
I haven't used it a lot, but I have tried it out a bit recently. I missed it at first, so I didn't find it until quite a bit later.
I actually did in my first playthrough too. I didn't find the
Actually-
merchant for it.
I don't think I found it until after I beat Corrupted Monk, actually.
Oh, okay.
Earlier today, I reached Ishin.
Nice. Oh, wait.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, you reached Ishin?
Ishin Ashina.
Yep. The Glock Saint.
Yeah.
It's Sword Saint, but it's the Glock Saint.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't even deathboarded him once yet.
Okay. I was like, making sure. I was like, wait, no, you beat Owl, so I know what you.
Yeah, the one you fight.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect him to come out of Genichiro's shoulder, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's part of the lore.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what the Black Mortal Blade. Its whole gimmick is it can open portals to the underworld.
Yep. It's supposed to be kind of the opposite of the regular Mortal Blade, in that the Mortal Blade kills things that can't be killed normally. The Black Mortal Blade brings things back to life by opening a hole to the underworld. Yeah.
I guess it was something like that.
It's unfortunate because you can tell that Genichiro goes on a journey. He goes on an arc off camera. He must have gone on something similar to you to get the Mortal Blade in order to get the Black Mortal Blade. But yet, because you only see it for one fight and one phase of one fight, it doesn't get. It feels like there's more to be fleshed out there.
Yeah, it did feel kind of sudden and unexplained, like I go on this whole journey to get the Mortal Blade, and then, hey, I got one too.
There is, there is that. There is, however, some backstory behind it that you can find elsewhere in the game. Sorry, what were you about to say, CJ?
I was going to say, there's
there
a reason why they were able to find it so easily, probably. Because we know that Tomoe found the Black Mortal Blade, and Genichiro, was Tomoe's disciple, I believe.
Yes.
So it's very likely that you just got it from, he just knew where it was, and just, I guess, walked into Tomoe's stash and grabbed it.
Pretty much. It is referenced in a scroll that you find in Ashina Castle. So it doesn't come completely out of nowhere, but you don't have a whole lot of lead up to it, and it isn't especially fleshed out. And yes, Tomoe is the lightning, the one who invented the art of catching lightning, I believe. And Genichiro, therefore, that's where he got it from.
Yeah.
And I picked up a stick.
Funnily enough, Genichiro is. You haven't beaten Ishin yet, right?
No, I haven't even deathboarded him a single time yet.
Oh, okay, so you won't actually know this. I'll tell you later. Never mind, because that's kind of a spoiler. Not really. I want you to experience the full fight as it is intended first.
Yeah.
I'm technically done, but I'm just going to go around to do all of the models. Okay, so I'll tell Tim what I told CJ earlier. In order to have a model considered battle ready, technically battle ready means you can play it in an official game and not lose points for having unpainted models. Technically,
that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, you only have to
I was
have
surprised as well.
3 colors on it. Technically, I have 3 colors on this one, but I mean, you wouldn't really know it, so I'm going to keep adding colors. Eventually, they'll all be what's called parade ready, which is just finished. You know, add all the colors, make something cute with the base, or cute, it's cool with the base. You know, just finished. But if all you care about is just playing them in a tournament, yeah, I was telling CJ, I think the reason they do it that way is to incentivize, at the very least, is to incentivize other people who wouldn't normally paint to paint, but also they have their own paint line, so they make money off of it. Yeah.
I didn't expect a fake fan tax.
Oh dear. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it too. Fake fan. This Warhammer is one of those hobbies that one of the reasons it's hard to recommend to someone is that because it's so expensive, that's number one, but 2, because it's so expensive, you better be a fan of every aspect of it in order to get your money's worth. So if all you want to do is, you know, what all do you do when you build a model? When you have a model, you build the model, you paint the model, and you play with the model. If there's one of those that you don't want to do, then there are games that have only 1 or 2 of those aspects. For example, if you just want to build and not paint, Gunpla, building Gundams, is probably a much better use of your time and money because you don't have to worry about them, and it's almost always cheaper. Gunpla is usually much cheaper. Of course, that one is just building. You don't play with them as well. They can afford to.
If you just want.
Yeah. If you just want.
Sorry, I was saying if you just want to paint and play, there are plenty of board games out there that come with unpainted models.
Right. That's right. And even something like Infinity, which is a game that I play as well, that is made by a Spanish company called Corvus Belli. It's a skirmish-based game. The models themselves are in so few pieces that you're not really getting the build side of it too much. Very, very little of it. So you still paint and you still play with them. And those are cheaper, generally. They came out with a new game called Warcrow that is significantly more expensive, unfortunately. But even then, they have it's still cheaper than Warhammer, and they have an official proxy policy. If you don't have a model, and the model that you're trying to proxy uses the same base size, because that actually matters for game purposes, then just let your opponent know that you're using it, and you can use another model from the game as that model. So that's a nice pro-consumer way of doing it. Hey, you don't have to have all the models to be able to play. It's pretty, I like that. It's a good, unfortunately, games like Warhammer are so big in the space that unless you're doing something unique, it's hard to stand out, it's hard to make a name for yourself, and that's certainly a way to do it. It certainly is. So you're grinding for the Lapis now? What's up, CJ?
I said it do be a tedious way to do it.
Yeah.
I am grinding money and experience points for the couple of prosthetic tools. I already got all the materials, I just need money. And the experience points is for a couple of the skills from the mastery text that Asian gave me.
Right.
I was gonna say you can't get enough lapis for a playthrough.
Yep.
Also, there is.
I'm looking at the.
Yeah. You're looking at the.
I'm looking at the mastered and power, or the improved. The empowered immortal draw. That's it. And what's the other one called? The one that looks like waterfowl.
Oh yeah.
As one
flowing passage.
Oh, different one.
No, that's the one I already have. What is it called?
Not the one you get from the Shura ending. Not that one. As One Mind, I think it's called.
That's One Mind is cool, but it's not that. One Mind is something else.
Yeah. It has the waterfowl hits 70 times thing though.
Yeah. So when I mentioned back a while ago when you mentioned getting the capstone skill for one of the books, and you're like, actually, you kind of regret
Shadow
that.
Rush.
It's kind of Shadow Rush, and I was like, I said, well, actually, there is something useful to it that you will enjoy later, but I'm not going to say what it is. That's what I was referring to. Was because I believe Shadow Rush is required for the
Spiral Cloud Passage. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Empowered Mortal Draw and Spiral Cloud Passage.
Power Mortal Draw is very nice. I'm not sure that it has more damage. I think you just get more range.
It does have more damage, but here's a fun little fact. For speedrunners, it is useless. Due to a bug in Sekiro that still exists to this day, if you do regular Mortal Draw, but you jump first because you can't actually do that in the air, if you jump, you still get the Empowered Mortal Blade damage. Which is why when you see speedruns, if you see them do like fighting Guardian Ape, for example, doing jumping mortal draws, that's the reason why. And yeah, the only reason to get empowered.
You can get the mortal draw before Guardian Ape.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you need it in order to. Yeah. Oh,
you have complete freedom when it comes to the order that you get the mortal blade, the flower, and the stone.
Yeah.
The pink spiky stone. I don't remember what it's called. You can get those 3 items in any order you want. Hell, you can get the mortal blade before fighting Genichiro, I'm pretty sure. No, you do need to fight Genichiro. because one of the NPCs that you need to enter the area. Or like the bell that you ring.
For speedrunners...
the bell that you ring...
Yeah.
Okay, you can jump out of bounds for it.
For speedrunners, you can, actually. You need to do False Monk first. That's it. That's the only thing you have to do.
I don't remember where you go.
Okay. You can glitch into the Mortal Blade area.
Yeah.
But to get it on a normal playthrough without skips or bugs or what have you, or falling out of the map, you need to fight Genichiro first.
Now I don't remember how you reach the folding screen monkeys to get the Mortal Blade. Where did you get that?
You enter Senpo Temple, get to the end, and there's a little bell.
Right, that's it. Yeah, I remember now. Because on this playthrough, still my first, I went through the entirety of Senpo Temple before realizing I had missed Genichiro.
Ooh.
I also killed False Monk before really realizing I missed Genichiro, and so I did pretty much everything I could before fighting Genichiro, and then I fought him, and then went down to Guardian Ape, and then went to the Folding Screen Monkeys. So I thought that don't know why, but I thought that Guardian Ape was a prerequisite to meeting the Folding Screen Monkeys.
Actually, by doing all the bosses in that order, there's another boss you skipped.
Yes, there is.
There is?
It's an optional boss, though. It's a...
Technically optional. Optional depending on the order you do the game.
It's a boss that, if you fight Guardian Ape first, then this boss blocks your passage down another path. It's one that, famously, Darkside Phil, the extremely terrible Let's Play streamer, you know what I mean, he plays a bunch of games, and his shtick is that he's god-awful at everything he plays. He played Sekiro. In Sekiro, you can't just level up your character or rely on different weapons that might cheapen it or whatnot. He has to actually get good, except not really. He ended up fighting Guardian Ape first and had to go through that room. He was running around that room for half an hour, CJ. Just running away from the boss. This is not a very good player. Like, this makes... Oh, dear goodness. Oh, dear. But I will give him credit where credit's due, sort of, kind of. When he played Elden Ring, he did make himself try to beat Tree Sentinel at the very start, and he did actually push himself through until he did it. So, now, it took him 5,000 hours, but he did eventually do it. You know, I think Kai did the same thing, right? Went after Tree Sentinel first. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Took
right.
me, what, 5 hours?
Yeah.
I remember Markiplier played Elden Ring, and his entire 1 hour video is him fighting Tree Sentinel, and then at the end being like, "Okay, I think I've experienced the game. I think we're good here," and then he just ends it there and never goes back.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is very on brand for Markiplier.
It is.
Okay.
It sounds like he just like cheaped out, but it was very.
Markiplier is, to this day, not a live streamer. He still records the sessions ahead of time. At least unless something's changed. I think he still is a Let's Player. Edited videos, so he doesn't stream the entire thing. He just, plays it for a little bit and posts a video. Given that format, he can do funny stuff like that. He still leans into that style, I guess. I rather like Markiplier.
Markiplier's great. And then he made a movie that was also amazing.
Yeah, heard about it. Iron Lung, right?
Yeah, Markiplier doesn't play many, FromSoft games, so I didn't really expect him to do Elden Ring. The fact that we got the one video was already funny.
Yeah.
Jacksepticeye, though.
Oh, dear.
He's probably played Elden Ring all the way through. I just haven't seen
He's making the Bloodborne movie, right?
He is making the Bloodborne movie.
Wait, what?
Wait, did you not know?
No, I didn't know. Jacksepticeye is making a Bloodborne movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
As of a couple days ago, Sony announced that an R-rated animated Bloodborne movie is in production, and Jacksepticeye is the producer.
That's pretty silly. I like that.
Or one of the two producers, at least.
Yeah, and to assuage any concerns,
Oh.
Bloodborne is Jacksepticeye's favorite game.
Okay. Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like he is stated like it is one of his favorite, if not his favorite game.
I knew that Luna liked him for a reason. Luna is our resident Bloodborne simp. I mean,
in his video where he announces that he's producing the film, he says that he plays Bloodborne twice a year, basically.
Okay, very good. Putting your money where your mouth is. Your time in this case.
How would I know? No. Yeah, I know. I don't have a bug net.
How would I know? Says the guy. I know you're talking about the game. You're using some dialogue from the game, but Bowser, you probably do that too. Play Bloodborne a couple times a year, right?
Just found a glowing butterfly, and I'm like, I want to catch one. The hat's like, you idiot, you can't catch one because you don't have a net.
Tim, I'm going to take that as an admission.
Huh? What?
No, neither of you heard me. It's fine.
To me?
I was saying something to CJ that was a yes or no question. He didn't answer it, so I took it as a yes and told you that. And you also didn't hear. No, I'm kidding. You're good. You're good. It's about Bloodborne. What do you mean you're enthralled in the game on your own stream?
For a second, I thought you meant that you were you were taking my silence as an admission.
No. What are you saying to me? Tim, have you played? Oh no, you haven't. You haven't played Bloodborne.
Utterly and completely sidetracked by my character is getting utterly and completely sidetracked by every single thing they see, and I'm convinced they're not going to make it back to the train before it leaves.
It's bound to happen. Yep. You called it. Either that, or we have that D&D time compression where talking is a free action, so you just talk for the entire Iliad, and you're fine.
Well, talking does seem to be a free action because there is a clock in the corner. It hasn't moved in a single minute since we started.
Nice.
But
there is I've seen a JoJo edit where they take the fight between Jotaro and Dio, but talking isn't a free action. So yeah. So instead of being in stopped time for 9 seconds, that actually is, 9 minutes. Instead, it just immediately passes and Jotaro loses because talking. Oh dear. I mean, spoiler for something that came out, even the David production anime was, 2014, I think? Spoiler for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Jotaro wins. He actually does the last punch. You'll never be surprised. Never, ever. Well, Dio keeps coming back, kind of, so
the protagonist wins.
Hey!
Dio is the specter that hangs over the entire series.
Yep. Yeah. First 6 parts, at least. And then becomes Diego.
I mean...
Who even knows?
He's still in part 7.
Oh my. I did not know that. Okay, so full disclosure, I don't know anything about part 7 except Diego exists, Funny Valentine, and no one understands how D4C works.
Referring to Diego.
Oh yeah, okay, we're good. I thought you were about to tell me that actual Dio is back again because of course.
Dio, he's back.
No,
I was just talking about Diego. And yes, nobody understands D4C. I'm very much looking forward to that. There's a very specific set of chapters that people are talking about when they mention they don't know how D4C works, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Okay. Really quickly, Tim, I don't know how much you know about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I've watched part 3, part 4, half of part 5, maybe not half, I don't know how much of part 5, but a decent bit of part 5, maybe a third of part 6, and episode 1 of part 7.
Oh, okay. So,
also, I know what happens regardless, internet spoilers and all.
Hey, basically every part where there's a stand, except maybe 8, because I know even less about 8 than I do about 7, has a time stand that the bad guys end up using. Dio, of course, has the world, which stops time.
Yep.
Killer Queen eventually bites the dust. Let's see. There's King Crimson for part 5, which lets you erase time that one's also pretty complicated, but that you can take time that happened and undo up to about 10 seconds of it. Except undo only certain parts of it, so it's weird.
Okay, it's not undoing 10 seconds. It's basically you take the free will out of everyone else for 10 seconds.
Right.
It's weird. It's more complex.
Right.
You don't just undo 10 seconds.
That's why I said it's selective. It's kind of selectively undoing. So, hey, we're going to
like removing everyone's perception of the 10 seconds, but
right.
you can still have freedom of motion.
Yeah.
To you could still choose. The one who undoes 10 seconds would be Gold Experience Requiem.
Yeah.
And part 6 has Made in Heaven, to the one that speeds up time and therefore makes it where time stop abilities aren't as effective because you're stopping time for a less time, if that makes sense. Part 7 has it's sort of not okay. So D4C is not really a time ability; it's a multiverse hopping ability. But
I do know
there's some crazy rules attached to it.
Main villain of Part 7 is that it is, from my understanding, it's not a time-related ability.
Oh.
I don't yeah. It's so they do buck the trend in Part 7, and I guess Part 6 as well, unless you want to count multiverses.
Doesn't Diego have a
Space-time?
have that time spin thing though? Well, he's not really a villain, I guess.
Yeah. Because I've read... I don't want to say because I've read Part 6 in spoilers.
Yeah.
I just don't want to say.
Okay.
He does have he has a different stand.
Let's see. I know in jumping from Part 6 to Part 7, because there was a whole, not spoiler, they're in a different universe, sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit. There's your spoiler. They jumping from 2 to 3, they went from Hamon to stands. They added a different system, and they did a similar thing going from 6 to 7, where they have. Well, you've seen the first episode of 7. You know the spin.
Yep.
It's kind of a
spin.
Hamon adjacent. Yeah.
It actually, I'm not sure if you've seen the episode 1 of Part 7, Elf. It uses the same sound effects as Hamon.
Oh no, I did not.
They brought back the Hamon sound effects for the spin.
That's really cool.
I
David
know,
does
I'm
such a
very
fantastic job with their sound production. It's great. So I'm glad to see that they bring it back. They did Fire Force as well, and some of the sounds in that also. They do a pretty good job, I think, of making sounds that you feel. If that makes sense.
Oh, yes. Well, because I think they used gunshots for the punches, like actual gunshots.
I would believe that. I'm thinking of some in particular, and yeah, I would believe it.
It's really noticeable during the Star Platinum and Hierophant Green fight. Like at the beginning of Part 3. It's very noticeable.
Punches him right in the chest. You get shot in the chest, and well, it is Star Platinum. He basically shoots you with his hand. But, it's a show. You don't actually get shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love. Okay.
Yeah, the train's whistle is blowing. Let me guess. You're gonna miss it. That's what I get for not sleeping on the train.
Oh no. Oh no. Just painting away.
Where's the train?
Oh no, oh no.
Looks like that bird was imitating train whistle sound. But where's the train? It's gone.
Gone, baby, gone.
It's gone to
you
High
might have
Line,
called
of course.
it. Yeah.
What do we do now?
Panic. Wait, no, don't panic. Grab your towel. Douglas Adams.
So far of fighting Ishin, I feel like refighting Genichiro is kind of unnecessary because he's kind of weak.
Yeah, believe it or not, he's not actually all that weak. You're just that much stronger. It's it doesn't get easier, you get better. Well, not you get better. You have better stats while Genichiro has the same.
Yeah. So far, when I was doing attempts, I was pretty consistently no-hitting Genichiro.
Yeah.
So he just kind of feels unnecessary.
You're right.
Like a run back.
He gets, like, if you remember Genichiro at the very, very beginning, like, before you lose your arm, like, he is his moveset's he seems impossible at that point, and you basically die to him instantly, but that is almost entirely a skill problem, because you go back there after beating the game, his moveset is the exact same as the one from all the other fights.
When I fought him the very first time, I was actually doing pretty decent until he started whipping out the unblockable ones that I didn't understand yet.
Right.
That's what happens, basically.
That is much easier to deal with once you have Mikiri, which you certainly can't get normally at that point in the game.
Not just Mikiri, but understanding what those scary red symbols even mean.
True. Yeah, the game hasn't explained those yet, have they? Has it? Oh, yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Probably did, but, you know, fresh in memory, I haven't picked it up yet.
That's more than fair. You're more than alright.
Spend some time there. There should be a sign in the forest while you find the village. When you arrive at the village, please say, oh.
It's one thing that I like about games like Sekiro is that it has sort of a narrative through line that it tells with its boss fights. You both begin and end the game fighting Genichiro, and the one you fight at the end is a variant of the Way of Tomoe one. And actually, I would say that one's actually easier because of when he pulls out the Black Mortal Blade. That's a pretty easy attack to exploit. You just run
very
behind
much.
him. Yeah.
Almost never get hit by it. Free damage, basically.
Basically, yeah, exactly.
The True Corpse Monk was pretty fun. I almost beat it first try.
Nice.
Because I've gotten better at it, but it took 4 attempts because the next couple attempts I got more caught off guard by the new moves than the first one for some reason.
Right.
But on the 4th attempt I got it. Nice. I didn't really like the spitting move, it just doesn't fit in my opinion, but the rest of them were nice.
Yeah. The fact that you did first try, well, I forget what their names are, the Shishimen, the Spirit Callers. You did the Spirit Caller on the first try, right?
What are those?
The one that it's a ghost that creates spirits that track you, that chase you around during the fight.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You sent me a video.
Where are they?
There's one that's underground.
Oh, the Shichiman Warrior.
Shichiman Warrior. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I managed that one first try. Yeah.
I don't remember in my first playthrough if there's any. Have you fought any of the headless?
Yeah, I've had all of them I've found so far.
Good,
You can actually check which Spirit Falls I have to see. I have Akko's Spirit Fall, Ungo's Spirit Fall, Gachin's, and Yashiriku's Spirit Falls.
You will not be surprised to learn that there are 5. Yeah?
Yeah. 2 underwater ones, the one in Senpo Temple, and the one that I don't remember where... Oh, right, the one in the Mist Forest.
Yeah, I was about to say by Mist Noble.
Definitely.
Hardest boss in the game. I did that one first try. I don't know what you're talking. All right.
There is a streamer who lost to Miss Noble.
Is it Kai?
I don't remember who it was, but I think there is like one stream of someone actually losing to Miss Noble.
That's pretty pitiful.
I mean, not like they weren't legitimately, they weren't taking it seriously because well, it's Miss Noble, and then because they weren't taking it seriously, they actually landed a hit and it killed them.
Oh. That's pretty sad. Still, at least you can fall back on I wasn't taking it seriously. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. you're not magnetized. Your wing is not supposed to be moving. That's...
To be fair about almost first trying Corrupted Noble, not Noble, Corrupted Monk, I do have some practice with it, considering I no-hit the one in the False Monk in, what's it called? Reflection of Strength.
Village. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I got you.
I went into the Reflection of Strength and fought it till I no-hit it. Nice. So I do have some practice with it.
Hey, very good. Very good. Okay, some of these have wings that are starting to wiggle. They're starting to come off. Which, here, I can fix that. I can fix her. Chat, I can fix her.
Totally fix her.
Where did the super glue run off to?
Oh, Divine Dragon was cool.
Yeah, Divine Dragon was sick.
Divine
I actually
Dragon
did die to Divine Dragon on my first try, unfortunately. Not even Divine Dragon, the ad phase before it. Pretty close to the end, too.
You want to know what fight is a lot harder in the randomizer?
Divine
Dragon.
Yeah.
Because all those enemies at the beginning, they're randomized.
Oof. Yeah, I didn't expect Divine Dragon to be one of those almost scripted win, not quite, of course, but, you know, like, it's more about the cinematics, not really difficult. I didn't really expect it to be that, but it was.
It's probably my favorite cinematic fight in the...
It was cool and fun, but not difficult.
No,
I don't think I used a single flask, actually. Well, for the dragon itself, I mean.
There's a
few for the first...
Right. There are times when I would say that it might actually be my favorite fight in Sekiro, but not because it's hard. Just, again, I really like the... It's the zoom in at the end there. It's almost entirely the final stab and everything. Also, it is a reference to... Oh, dear goodness, I used to remember what this was.
Journey to the West? Everything's a reference to
Journey to the West, but a fight from that, right?
I wouldn't know.
We need Vati on speed dial here.
Vati!
Oh dear goodness. Yeah, Dragon Ball, fun fact, is a reference to Journey to the West. Although that one's not exactly deep cut. Yeah, I was about to say, I think most people know that at this point.
I was actually having a discussion about power scaling in Dragon Ball earlier today on Discord. Basically, over the course of the conversation, I came to the conclusion that, at least for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, probably some of the worst fight, like from like a technical standpoint, some of the worst fight scenes, like in anime, just because it basically comes down to who has the bigger multiplier behind them. It's
now
a lot of raw power levels versus.
I like a lot of what happened in at least in older stuff like Dragon Ball Z. There's a few fights where that's true and it actually still worked out, like Vegeta and Final Frieza, where in both of those, Goku versus Vegeta, he's weaker.
It's mostly fine it's mostly fine through the Frieza saga.
If I can, I mean, I don't disagree, but just a quick say, there's something that Goku can use called a Kaioken, which is a multiplier that he can apply to himself, but in exchange it hurts him. He can only go too far and it kills you, sort of thing. And that creates a risk reward that I think made power levels a little bit compelling. And then of course the whole point behind going Super Saiyan is that it multiplies your power, and he goes from being weaker and losing to winning, but that's for one fight initially. I don't disagree with you though that after that, for the most part, it gets played into just simply bigger number wins.
Yeah, I think most of the Frieza fights fine. It's really the Cell Saga where things start to take a turn for the worse.
It's a lot more explicit in the Cell Saga than I remembered when I was watching it initially. But yeah, I mean, the reason why Gohan is able to win is that he can go Super Saiyan 2, which is an even bigger multiplier than anything that Cell has.
Yeah.
Goku does kind of raw skill for a good bit of it though, so that was kind of neat. I
I mean,
like
yeah,
the compelling parts where he does something tricky that doesn't rely on power levels necessarily. Teleport Kamehameha, for example.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
That's how most of the Frieza fight is. It's like he uses like various like techniques, tricks, what have you, in order to get the upper hand of Frieza for a bit, and then Frieza's just, oops, I'm so much stronger. That didn't actually matter.
Yeah.
And it keeps on going like that until Super Saiyan.
Frieza, the Frieza fight I think is an extreme example because it's almost the point. Frieza has 4 power level upgrades, and then Goku does 1, and well, 2 technically, Kaioken and then Super Saiyan, and then wins. It's almost like pointing. It's almost self-aware how much they do it, how obviously it gives itself away, I think. But so I treat that one a little bit differently because it seems.
Your hands.
Oh no. Oh, my hands.
There's a wonderful tool for picking out weeds. Man, what wonderful tool? Your hands.
Yeah, I will be back in just a second. I'm just grabbing the super glue so I can fix these wings before I forget.
Ooh.
Right now I have 7 skill points, I just need 2 more. I also have quite a lot of money. These guys are rich, apparently. They have 10,000.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Was it the red dudes? They're all over the area.
I forgot about those. No, I'm just in Fountainhead Palace.
Oh yeah, they also are loaded.
Yep, those give quite a lot of XP, like 500 to 1,000 each. The purple one's giving 1,000. I think I'll take the. I forgot what it's called. I'm almost at the idol, so I'll just wait and see.
Alright.
Let's see.
I also use. So I
Spiral
mentioned
Cloud
earlier.
Passage threat.
Oh, okay.
I'll go for the Spiral Cloud Passage first, because the Mortal Dry is cool, but it's not really my thing.
Right.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah.
It seems too powerful.
A bit too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit too powerful and it consumes a bit too many resources, so it essentially cuts the fight in half, and then I don't have any Spirit Emblems left to fight with.
It's even better than that, because you could still use Mortal Draw without the Spirit Emblems, and it still does a ton of damage, it just has less range.
Oh, does it not cut the damage at all?
I think it cuts the damage a little bit, but the big downside is it cuts the range.
Yeah.
But it still does like way more damage than your normal sword.
Alright, well, I find it a little too strong.
That's fair.
I still have the Demon Bell on for a reason.
A true Souls runner we have here, who makes it harder on himself because it makes the game better.
Fun fact, Sekiro is the only Souls game which has an official hard mode.
Yeah,
as unlocked on your second playthrough. Yeah, as opposed to New Game Plus.
That's pretty cool.
So when you start your next playthrough, if you do another playthrough, Kuro will ask you an additional question right at the start of the game after getting your sword and your gourd. It will be like, hey, do you have something there? And you'll have the option to give them an item called Kuro's Charm. And if you give it to Kuro, it makes the rest of the game harder.
Yeah, I've heard about that from some internet threads. I've tried to avoid spoilers, but in some cases I just needed information.
Sure.
And
it can be
stumbled
helpful
upon
sometimes. Could you remind me, CJ? It's the one that makes it where you take damage if you... Normally when you block, you don't take damage from most attacks, like non-elemental attacks. But if I remember correctly, with Kuro's Charm, you take chip damage even through a block that wasn't a successful parry.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
So it's a pretty substantial change.
It is. In addition to just the stat increases across the board.
Yeah.
something that I discovered during my attempts against Reflection of Strength Corrupted Monk is that in the Reflection of Strength, the Spirit Emblems are more expensive because it turns it into another like time of day. You know how during your playthrough the time of day passes as you reach different milestones. Apparently Reflection of Strength sets that all the way to the end, which makes Spirit Emblems cost 50 each.
Ooh.
Even if you're at the start, if you're going to fight someone in the Reflection of Strength, it'll be expensive.
Admittedly, I do find that to be one of the stranger choices, making the resources more expensive. Bloodborne did it too, and I wasn't a big fan of it there either. Although in that case, I think I might understand. Maybe it's for the same reason. The resources that you gain that you would use to level up, blood in Bloodborne, and what's the currency in? I forget the coins, what they're actually called. Sin. Yep. You get more of those each time, so maybe it's just to scale it up. But it also means that you're grinding against harder enemies, so it feels more tedious. I can't say that I was the biggest fan of that.
I think so. The upscaling of Bloodborne makes a lot more sense if you start considering that they expect you to go through the chalice dungeons as you play through the game. Because you get so many blood echoes going through the chalice dungeon.
True. I suppose there is that as well. Still,
like, especially once you hit level 4, you get so many blood echoes.
They get expensive quite a bit more quickly. There are challenges. There are glitches you can do in Bloodborne, again, to this day, that let you actually turn back the clock in Bloodborne. Basically, if you go from there's 3 states, let's say, for the world in Bloodborne. There's Twilight, Night, and Blood Moon. It's just not official names, so just, you know what I mean. You start in Twilight, you beat Amelia, you go into Night, you beat Rom, you go into Blood Moon. So what if you could sequence break to take out Rom first, then take out Amelia? Well, what happens is, you go from Twilight to Blood Moon, then Blood Moon to Night, which actually breaks some areas that are not meant to be at night. It can, if you don't use other glitches, make the game impossible to beat, because you can't fight the one reborn, so you can't get over to Miklash Cage.
There's also, it breaks some NPC quest lines as well.
Oh, fun.
Doesn't it? I know or if you enter Forbidden Woods, it can break what's her name's question line.
Eileen. Yeah, it does break Eileen.
Yes, Eileen.
Yeah. I don't remember why that happens, to be honest, but I do remember that it happens.
Also, something I noticed, there are... Sorry, keep going.
When you go from... if you try to go back to Night from Blood Moon without talking to Eileen first, then when you go into Amelia's room, she's there, Eileen is there to fight you, and she can also damage the boss. It's really stupid. Alright, what were you about to say, CJ?
I was about to say that, despite the fact... Or was it? There are some areas of the game that actually aren't affected by the moon cycle, and not just, like, the nightmare areas. Like, Forbidden Woods is the same no matter when you visit it, I'm pretty sure.
You're right. You're right.
As long as you remember to toss in the collective.
Honestly, I find Spirit Emblems being a resource a little unnecessary just because of how farmable it is.
Yeah.
Right now I have... Yeah, I'm in farmable in that you can farm money easily.
Yeah.
Unlike a game
because right now I have 700 of them.
Nice. Unlike a game like Bloodborne or... sorry? Because it's not like it's hard to farm them. You eventually just end up dumping excess money into it because it's just there. You'll need them eventually. Right.
But it's not difficult. It's just tedious if you run out.
Yeah.
Which I haven't yet.
Going to say, in a game like Elden Ring or Bloodborne, until you get a build for it, if you want to grind, if you want to yeah, grind against enemies, you're actually having to fight them each time. In Sekiro, you walk behind an enemy that only has 1 health bar, and you press a button, and you kill him. In fact, when I did all, there's an achievement for getting all of your skills upgraded, all the way. When I did that, I just went to one area, killed 1 enemy, and then ran back to the idol and refreshed, and did that 800,000 times.
Okay.
Felt like it.
Evidently, our character Ellie here did not deserve magna cum laude because they have forgotten everything that they learned.
Oh no. Did the train hit her on the way out?
I guess. I find a piece of paper with strange writing. I was like, I don't know how to read this, and the hat's just like, you learned this in school. You didn't even get a bad grade.
Oh dear. We're going to find out that this is a serial cheater or something. It's the Naruto, the tuning exam where they have to take the test, and everyone is cheating on everyone except for Naruto, who's too stupid to cheat.
Well, that's the whole point, is to cheat. That's the whole point of that part of the test.
Yes.
And Naruto just has such incredulously big balls that he doesn't cheat, and he sticks to his guns the entire way, and somehow that means he gets through.
Yeah. Because plot, that's why.
Yep. A shame the entire tuning exams got scrapped that year.
I think Shikamaru did actually still make it through, though, nonetheless.
Shikamaru got... So the tuning exams got scrapped due to tailed beast shenanigans.
Yeah.
And after the fact, they basically looked at all, like, the current Hokage and whoever else just basically was like, okay, well, we still gotta make someone a tuning. So they look at all the possibilities, and they're like, Shikamaru, like, he did the best under the circumstances. He can have it.
He's not the most
It's
powerful,
not that he necessarily...
but he's a
it's
leader.
not that
and
he
he's
necessarily... Basically, yeah. It's not that he necessarily, like, did the best during all of, like, the whole thingy, during the exams. It's that he, given the circumstances, like, someone just they had to pick someone, and he was the best choice.
Yeah. And tuning is still something of a leadership role, so it makes sense to go for someone who may have a better head on his shoulders than necessarily the most powerful person.
Yeah. What was that? They actually make a joke in Boruto that Naruto is still technically a genin because he never took the tuning exams.
Genin Hokage. It is correct.
Genin Hokage.
Back when there was a Naruto trading card game, the game, of course, ceased production at some point, but it was after the time skip. So you had Genin teams. There were some cards that cared about the rank of yours, being Genin or Chunin or Jonin, whatever. The strongest card you could have in a Genin team was Naruto. So it actually meant that you weren't just playing in Magic the Gathering, you'd call that a white weenie deck. You weren't just playing with weenies the whole time. Weenie Hut Jr.
Displaying the right is the recipe of the potion you're currently crafting. Complete all phases of the recipe without failing, and the crafting will be successful.
Also, the card game, though, was pretty miserable to play because at a certain point, there was a definitive best deck, and that was the best deck from the time it was made until the game got discontinued. You'll never guess how people totally wanted to keep playing that game. This is why ban lists exist. In other words, people didn't want to keep playing because eventually everything became mirrors of that one best deck. I know you two can't hear it, but I love the jazz that I'm having in the background of my stream.
Okay, that's 8 skill points. Just one more.
No.
Don't think I'm gonna bother farming for both of them. It's enough farming for one.
Fair enough. Hey, whoever just showed up. Hi, I'm T1 GlistenerElf. I totally know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm painting some Crisis battlesuits. Or just battlesuits in general. Kinda want to give you another run. For right now, we'll say it's fine. not this paintbrush. A more detailed one. What's the finest brush What's the second finest brush I have? Here we go. This is... They name their shades. One of the advantages to using model paints instead of regular acrylic paint, even though these are going to be more expensive, is that the shading is already done for you. Or not the shading, the color mixing is effectively already done for you. So it makes it easier to always put the same color on, rather than having to mix it manually yourself. This one is called Retributor Armor. And it's a metallic paint, but that doesn't feel like a metallic paint, and I rather like that. It's a weird way of putting it. It's true, though. It has some metallic flakes in it, such that it will have a bit of a shine. Here we go. Let me see if I did this well enough. Oh.
Dimitri also seemed pretty scriptable. Either that or just happened upon a pretty good strategy to beat him, because I could get him to... I could kill him really fast and very consistently. Pretty much the exact same way each time.
If you make the exact same movements every time, he will do the exact same attacks every time. He's kind of scripted. I mean, not kind of. He is scripted. As long as your movement's the same, you'll get the same sequence of attacks. Or at least speedrunners take advantage of that. Maybe, if the fight goes on long enough, RNG can play a significant role. But just like in Elden Ring, or actually a lot of action games like this, how far you are away from the enemy determines the pool of attacks that they can do. And when you're up close, and typically bosses will have an effect such that they can't do the same attack more than once in a row. So if you see an attack, based on your proximity, you can be pretty sure that they won't do that same attack again most of the time. And you can take advantage of that to sort of script a lot of fights, actually. I don't do speedrunning terribly much, but it is something that I try to keep in mind when I do, if I'm trying to come up with a route for a game. Yeah?
I heard that Morgoth is one of the most scriptable bosses in Elden Ring.
Yeah, which is funny too, because to this day I still have a bit of a hard time with... Well, as much as I like those fights, you would think, oh, I can do them hitless. No, I cannot. I wish I could. I am tempted, by the way, to take the side pieces of the side armor on these and turn them into Pokeballs just for the reference. It has a top half, a bottom half, and a section in the middle that's thin that I could paint black to make it look like the gap between them. So I could paint the top half red, the bottom half white, yeah. I'm not going to, but I kind of want to. Maybe I should. Please someone talk me out of that. Oh, it's too high up. Someone talk me out of this.
Hello?
Hero?
Aurea?
Aurora Borealis.
How did you... A-U-R-E-A.
Aurea, yep.
Aurea.
It's probably related to gold, right? Because that's related to the Latin for gold.
She does look to be a merchant.
Okay, maybe that's what they were going for.
What'd you say the name was?
Aurea. A-U-R-E-A.
I mean, I'm streaming if you want to walk.
Was there a second name with a B?
No.
Oh yeah, I was just being silly. The way he said it sounded close enough that I just decided to do an Aurora Borealis joke. That's all.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year,
yeah,
this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No. Seymour, the house is on fire!
No, Mother, it's just the Northern Lights.
Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good ham. Help! Help!
It was so breathtaking.
Well,
That's
Seymour, you are a cringe fellow, but I must say. Okay. Yeah, there's a Gen Alpha version of it where I must say, you is a good gat. It's exactly as cringe as it sounds. There, now that I've sold you on it, no.
Man, these Fountainhead Palace enemies with the balls really hurt.
Oh yeah, the soccer.
If they hit me
ball
mid-air,
ones?
yeah, if they hit me mid-air, they take out 80% of my HP in a single hit.
Yeah, is it the case, CJ, you think, that Sekiro keeps the same counter hit damage that you have in aerial counter hit damage that you have in games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring?
I have no clue.
I don't know about that, but projectiles deal a lot more damage to airborne enemies, both from and to the player.
I believe it.
Oh yeah.
I had a really
Projectiles
bad.
specifically.
Yeah. I had a
Wait,
really
I
bad
think that's
habit. What's up?
I think that is a special modifier. Like
Projectiles
Yeah.
especially do it. Like it's not just aerial counter hit; it's like specific like projectile aerial counter hit. I think has an additional modifier on it.
Right. When I was playing Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Sekiro. Oh, so in Dark Souls, at the very least, if you are in the air or an enemy is in the air and you get hit or they get hit, then they take additional damage. You or they take additional damage. Whoever's getting hit takes more damage. In Sekiro, a trick that I like to do that is pretty high risk, moderate, low reward. Okay, so maybe this is not a good idea, is what I'm saying. Is that I would jump towards an enemy and attack twice in the air, because Sekiro's first attacks are faster. He does the first 2 swings more quickly in the air, and so you can basically approach with 2 attacks. Now, in exchange for that, though, you risk, getting smacked out of the air and getting hit, which is less than ideal. And if you do, I think you take more damage. What's up?
I often jump in with a combat skill.
Yeah, that's a better way to do it. I guess this
Because the combat skills often have a bit of a lengthy wind up, but if you do the wind up while you're flying towards them,
Yeah. You're fine.
But yeah, if you're jumping towards them doing a combat skill, you can essentially remove the wind up and get in a free combat skill.
You're going to have to run towards
I like
them
doing
anyway.
it with Ichimunji.
Yeah?
I like doing it with Ichimunji.
That's a good
overhead big splash.
Ichimonji is really powerful. You know what's better than one Ichimonji?
2 Ichimonjis.
2 Ichimonjis.
Oh dear. I had a streamer that every time that came up, the first time he said Niji Sanji, like the YouTuber group, and then every time thereafter it was just Niji Sanji. Which I have almost 100% of the time that I've heard of Niji Sanji it's, oh look, what stupid thing did the company do? I know nothing about them except that.
I don't think they have the best of reputations.
Who does these days? Maybe HoloLive, right? Still? Or is it just that it's the Steam where Valve wins by doing nothing while their competition blows themselves up?
HoloLive.
I don't know.
It wasn't HoloLive, was it? There was one VTuber company that apparently fell apart because of some drama. What was that?
Phase Connect, probably? Or no, what's the VShojo?
Niji Sanji and
VShojo, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. You know what? At least we're not part of Flavor.
Hey. Yet not all 3 of us are not part of Flavor, even though we have a bunch of Flavor-related friends. Oh dear. The 2 of you, pretty much the only Flavor one you interact with is Kara, right?
Yeah.
Think so.
Hey. If you ever get around to the Pow World streams, we have a couple others there that are in Flavor as well.
There's
Traub being the most recent one, yes?
Is Nicola Flavor?
Nicola's Flavor, yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
So I've done because I've done
Minecraft.
I was for that one Helldivers stream.
Oh, and Helldivers, yeah.
Reminds me of CJ telling me that Kara forgot that I don't have Helldivers and he never invited me to join.
Kara, great at planning live streams. Absolutely impeccable.
Did he gift it to you at least? In shame? No.
No.
During the Minecraft stream with Tyberos at some point, CJ just asked me, "Hey Tim, you don't have Helldivers, do you?" I said, "No," and CJ explained that apparently Kara just expected me to join in one.
So, Elf, I'm not sure if you remember in the group chat that we're all in for the Elden Ring streams.
Yeah.
When we said that we were canceling last week's Elden Ring to do something else.
Helldivers, yeah.
Yeah. Kara just offhandedly mentioned doing Helldivers in that one message. And evidently that was the agreement to everyone involved that we should all be playing Helldivers. Me, Tim, and Kara. Except this
Wait a minute.
Kara did not communicate any of this to us. So the stream before, you remember me in Tyberos's Poketopia stream when Kara showed up being like, "Hey Kara, am I involved in Helldivers tomorrow? Because you haven't messaged me at all."
Oh no.
I did finally get a DM from Kara after that, like confirming that yes, I'm down for Helldivers the next day. And then when I showed up to Helldivers, first off, and Nicola showed up before the stream and was like, "Wait, we're doing Helldivers today? Like right now? Like when are we starting?" And Kara's like, "Well, we were supposed to start 6 minutes ago."
Uh-oh.
Evidently that was not communicated to Nicola.
Kara is both Flavor's laugh track and one of its many what's the squirrel from the super distracted squirrel from some DreamWorks movie? Anyway, he's the distracted squirrel as well.
And then Kara mentioned, and I thought Tim would be joining us. And I'm like, I don't think Tim has Helldivers.
Oh no. CJ...
Absolutely negative amounts of planning on that.
It's alright. Do you have Helldivers now, Tim?
No, still don't.
Okay. Can you run Helldivers? Well, you can probably run Helldivers.
Kara never even mentioned it to me.
Oh dear.
So, he didn't invite me, he didn't say anything afterwards. I only heard about it from CJ.
If you ever would like to play Helldivers, and if you would like to stream, we all have this little tradition, apparently, of watching someone go through the tutorial. We did that with Nee as well.
That was very funny, watching Nee release so many rounds into the air.
Yeah, so you know how in some games, if you're really close to a wall, in order to keep your character from just shooting the wall, you will fire around it. You'll fire, say, up, for example. Yeah, that's what happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Nee was right up against a low wall that looked like, based on the reticle, it looked like you could shoot over it. But just like bows in Dark Souls, you don't actually aim where it looks like you are. So Nee just kept firing, thinking, trying to hit the Terminid, and lo and behold, not a single shot did anything except fill the air with bullets, like a celebratory gunfire in Florida or something. Oh, Florida, man.
Turns out the enemies I've been farming drop adamantite scrap. I have 38 of them now.
Nice.
So I'm not sure if I need any more.
You may very well not at this point. Can you sell them for you can sell them for Sin, I think.
Probably.
If you need it.
The only upgrades I haven't picked up are the laser light ones and a single divine the fan thingy. I forget what it's called.
I don't remember. I didn't use the fan very much. No, yes I did. Hold on, that's not true. Yeah. I did. For the spin
It's
effect,
the one that robs enemies.
Carry.
That's the one I haven't picked up.
Oh.
I found the description very funny.
What was the description? I don't remember. It's been a while.
It's essentially when you hit enemies with it, it makes them drop their items and possessions. You treat those as an offering.
Oh.
You basically just rob them blind while you turn them away.
As an offering. You offered that to me. You sure did. That's what I'm going with anyway.
Some potions or something. Also sell candies now.
Oh. Let me see if I
Anyway,
can
of this,
set up so that I can lie down a bit. What's up, Tim?
I googled to make sure that you can/can't get all the lapis you need, and because I don't want to accidentally lock myself out of something I would rather have.
Right.
So I figured out. So yeah, I found out that you get 6 of them, which means you essentially get 2 of the 4, and so I use a shuriken a lot, so I wanted that one. But of the other 3, I'm not quite sure because. Base version, the flamethrower is my favorite, but it seems like the flamethrower is mostly just for the apparitions, and if that's the case, then I don't really care.
Right, it really is. And because in Sekiro you can hard pause, you can always just switch over to it for certain enemies. You don't have to have you don't have to use it generally because you don't have to worry about the loadout. It's not like Elden Ring where you set your Ash of War, and then if that's not what you need, too bad.
Yeah, so if I had to choose between the 3 remaining ones, Submado, Lazulite Axe, and Sacred Flame, I don't think I really care about the Sacred Flame because I have a Divine Confetti. I don't need anything specifically for apparition enemies. I just like Flamethrower, the Flamethrower, I just like it. But if it doesn't do anything special to anything other than an apparition, then I just don't really care, because what's the use of having it if I can't use it for most things?
So, fire does have an effect on normal enemies. If an enemy is burning, their posture will not... Well, no, the other... Well, yes, the purple fire is only for apparition enemies. That's what it's there for.
He's talking about the...
That's what I'm saying.
For each of
fire in general, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fire in general, but I don't. If I had to choose between the 3 available ones and I can only take one, then the only useful against apparitions doesn't seem very worth it.
Well, I think it might still do normal burn.
It does.
And you can still.
It specifically says in the description that it doesn't do normal burn.
Oh, it doesn't? I think it actually does in the game, though, right?
It says in the description, this flame does not, however, inflict burn status abnormality.
Oh.
Well.
That will do it.
I don't know. I still like it because it looks cool. Also, apparition, having something to use on apparitions that isn't consumable and doesn't need to be purchased, is nice. Because you can apply it using living.
I have the purple umbrella, so that's something.
True.
I mean, the purple umbrella's usefulness is against apparition enemies is because you can buff your sword with the purple fire using living flame, and that's basically free divine confetti.
Tim, you can basically, if you so choose, you could those characters in this or that show where they are so ready against a particular, the vampire hunter has all the tools to fight vampires, but not really anything else. You can turn into that if you so choose.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't have any use or that it's useless or anything. It is useful, but if it's not useful against anything else, then I would maybe rather have the Submado, for example, because I can actually use that against things.
You're basically explaining opportunity cost. If you take this, you cannot also take something that might be more generally useful.
Yeah, that.
And I don't blame you. Your logic is correct. Your logic is sound.
Now, I do still want it because it looks cool, but I also kind of want the other ones because I can actually use them effectively.
The answer is you just get all of them, though, because you need them for all achievements. Oh, no.
Oh, that's NG+. It doesn't help me in this playthrough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If this is a matter of Lazulite, then I think the ones I would probably get would be... See, Sabimaru, the Poison Cloud is it sounds on paper it's good, but honestly it's not. Piercing Sabimaru is better. It's really the Axe and the Umbrella are the 2 ones you want.
The Umbrella doesn't take Lazulite.
The Umbrella doesn't? Oh.
No, the Umbrella is quite a bit earlier. It's it's 2 tiers earlier, actually.
You could just always go with the American gun. The money gun. You use your money as ammo.
That doesn't take Lazulite either.
Right.
I already have all of them.
Oh no.
The only ones I don't have is the Malcontent whistle thingy that I need a ring for that I haven't found yet. The Golden Vortex that I just haven't bought yet because I haven't farmed the Grave Wax yet. So and then the 3 Lazuli thingies.
It's up to you ultimately. I don't disagree that the flame might not be the play though. If you're content, if you think you can do undead enemies, apparition enemies well enough, you certainly don't have to.
Huh?
Yeah.
The only apparition type enemies I know even exist are the Shishiman Warriors, Headless, and Orin, which is already dead.
And I think that it counts as the
and the Demon of Hatred thingy.
False Monk counts as an apparition, right?
It also
not an apparition, but just work on it. Oh, False Monk, yeah.
Yeah,
I already know what that one does.
Apparition types. You can use Snapseed to wipe out like a third of their health bar.
Yeah.
Huh.
When you beat the game,
no-hit the False Monk, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
When you beat the game, I'll show you a trick.
Headless, Shishiman.
When you beat the game, I'll show you a trick that you can use to take out the False Monk in literally just a few seconds. You
no, I already told him about the. I think I'm pretty sure I already told him about the.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, I mean, certainly better to do after you beat the boss, which I'm sure CJ did, right?
Yeah, no, I told him after the fact.
Hey.
Yeah, he told me once after I told him about beating it first, and then he after I no-hit it, he said, I did the death blow thing, huh?
Oh, I gotcha.
Which, no, I didn't. I no-hit it, actually. Come on.
I certainly... it took me until, I think, my 3rd playthrough before I finally no-hit. Which, it doesn't seem like it'd be all that hard of a fight, but... I don't know, for whatever reason, it took me longer than I would have liked to admit to no-hit it. I don't know. It's not particularly hard, but maybe it was just one thing that would keep catching me off guard. For one thing, you can run around all of its attacks. You don't have to parry anything. And I guess once you learn that, you can just not even engage with parrying and just run. Unless you're me and you sort of have to, because maybe I'm just stubborn like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
That means yes. No.
But not having to doesn't mean you won't, because fun.
Hey.
We're playing for fun here.
Yeah. I hope so.
Get back here. I want to pick your berries. Oh my god.
There's a
plant.
Sentence out of
Anyway,
context.
I can unlock the Cloud Passage now.
Hey.
Yeah, there's this plant that it's like a living bush, and every time I try to pick these golden berries off of it, it starts running away.
Oh, so those 9 skill points went into something I like. That's cool.
Did you know, Tim, have you picked up the monk arts by chance? The monk skills?
Yep. Yeah.
There is a run that beats Sekiro without using the sword for anything except for the required mortal blows, and it does this in part by using those monk skills.
Huh. Cool.
Because they go hand to hand for parts of them.
Yeah. Well,
before the monk skills, it's all.
It cut out. CJ.
The mortal blade uses.
Yeah.
The mortal draw uses a different sword, though, right? So
no,
they
they
still
banned
use
the
their
mortal
own.
blade as well. There's a no sword run.
Oh no, sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before they got the monk skills, there is one required boss before monk skills. That's the Chained Ogre. So how do you think you beat Chained Ogre?
Skip it.
No, with the 2 damage that you deal by foot stomping.
Oh, by
it.
jumping. That's right. Goomba stomping it.
Yep.
Why not just skip it though?
I'm not in the spirit of the run. Maybe I don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're doing a glitchless. Yeah. It's also just a lot funnier to say that I stomped the boss for 2 damage 30,000 times.
Yeah.
I have 13,000 sun left over.
Oh.
They dropped more money than XP, apparently.
What are you farming on?
I was farming the Fountainhead Palace enemies.
Yeah, fair. That'll do it.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just buy a bunch of the infinite stock things from the merchant over here.
Hey. Since you've gotten past the area where they would be, have you noticed some lizards that you can actually death blow in the game?
Yep. Yeah.
Some of those actually give you extra effects on your sword for a brief time, although their location is pretty, unfortunately makes it difficult to actually take advantage of them in combat. For example, there's one that gives you life gain. It's a lifelink effect on your sword, but it's so far away from other enemies that it's difficult to actually make use of it. It's just a level of detail in designing that you can tell that they cooked, if that's man, I sound old saying that. Neither of you are denying it, it's true though. That's the joy of being almost 9,000 years old, right? What will you have in 500 years?
I just realized I still haven't re-unlocked any of the Arsenal Outskirts or Arsenal Castle idols after they got locked.
Oh. Did you find out because you wanted to teleport back and realized you couldn't?
I just opened the teleport menu and saw, oh wait, those are still locked.
Oh, gotcha. Oop. Here's an idea,
I guess I might as well
CJ.
unlock them.
For when I get through some more of the backlog for gifted games and get around to playing Expedition 33 again, because of course, third playthrough, which one do you think would make for a more compelling run? Either a no level, treat it like a level 1 run, where you just don't allocate your stats at all for anything, or a low percent run, where you pick up as few Pictos weapons and what's the other one? Pictos weapons and the gradient attacks. So basically you only get the ones that you get from the necessary fights.
I'm not sure. I think a low level run would be a pain in the ass. But could be interesting. Assuming you still allow yourself to use like levels, the skill trees. If you still allow yourself to work down the skill tree.
Oh no skill tree. No skill tree.
No skill tree. So you're just stuck with default skill.
Actually, that would be...
I think if you let yourself work down the skill tree, it could still be interesting. But if you're just stuck with default skills for the entire game, I think that might be a bit...
hard to watch.
I think it'd also turn into a very Monoko, since they are the only ones you can... They become the only character you can get skills from without going down the skill tree.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so skills probably would be on the table, but that sounds like it might be too... No, that wouldn't be too easy, would it? Would it?
I don't know. Well, because, like, you already did no leveling health.
Yeah, it's
you guys,
it's
you would be lacking defense.
And some
You'd
damage.
You'd be lacking defense and some damage.
And speed. Speed's probably the big one. Especially in a game with dynamic speed, like Expedition 33.
I'm not sure. Honestly, a more interesting challenge run might be something like only using like one character or something. At least for the parts of the game where you can use one character.
I have already seen Gustav only stuff. When they get around to Verso,
like Gustav
it's
only,
Gustav.
Mael.
Yeah. Oops, only Gustav.
Yeah, something like that. I think that might be a more interesting challenge.
Someone did a mod that lets you make put duplicates of a character on the screen, so you could have multiple. Yeah, it's exactly as stupid as it sounds.
Mael, more.
All of the one shots. I think it was Triple Monaco was the that was the showcase I saw. It was Triple Monaco. Oh dear. Tim, you saw me play some Expedition 33, right?
Only a little.
Only a little? Okay. without spoiling anything, because I would if you haven't played it, I would recommend playing it. It's a great game. Thank you, CJ, for gifting it to me again. But Monaco is, what if the folding screen monkeys? What if the monkeys in this game were good? It is a monkey. At least I think that's what it's based off of. It looks like a monkey. Yes, CJ, I know it's a dog.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Monaco.
Oh,
it's a monkey, but it's a dog.
The dog.
Doge.
Best dog. Bestest of boys.
Ooh. Speaking of, do you like the dogs in my intermission screen?
Yes, great dogs.
Great dogs.
It took me a second, but I got there. I got there in the end.
Yeah. Oh, I played the network test, but I played the network test offline, so I did not see all the dog references. I just picked it up by osmosis, I guess.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just the network test. It was also the game itself.
True, I think it got started in the network test, though.
Did it get started in the network test? I don't remember that in the
Sure.
network test. I remember that being a thing when the game proper.
Could probably
I
go
remember-
back and
I don't-
see.
Yeah.
Probably. Looking at old videos from when the network test was around, but not the base game yet. So Vati
Speaking
did some.
of network tests,
Yeah?
there's a game you played the network test of that you never actually played the actual
What was that again?
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh yeah, Wilds. Yeah, I don't actually still own the game yet. Do not gift it to me. I still have a lot of stuff to get through. So I don't want to add that to the ever-increasing pile. I don't just have a Steam backlog, even just from gifted games. I have a backlog. I'm still working on Hades 2. I should get around to Silksong before Sea of Sorrows comes out. I've beaten the game, but I still have 3 achievements to get before then. And I want to try to get them before Sea of Sorrows because it will be harder to get them now. So one of them is getting 100% completion in a Steel Soul run. In Hollow Knight, when I played, there was a maximum of 112%, so you could just not do the 12% that you find hardest. But I don't have that option now. I have to do everything. And some parts, thankfully, even if you die, you're okay. They don't count. Like the first Sinner fight. Anything that takes place in a dream sequence does not count for Steel Soul. That was true in Hollow Knight as well. Fun fact. That's how people knew to look for it.
I did a bunch of the challenge achievements for Hollow Knight. I'm not sure I'm gonna go and do them.
Oh, you certainly don't have to. I rather liked it, and I'm just I don't know. Not to toot my own horn, but I like to think I'm something of a hardcore gamer. So for me, I have fun doing.
You
stuff
don't
like
need
that.
to toot your own horn. Definitely.
Well, thank you.
More so than your average player, that's for sure.
I'm trying to get myself up to 90% for my game completion rate. So that's how many achievements you get. If you get on average 9 out of 10 achievements in a game, 90%, that will be your completion rate. I'm trying to get myself up there. I'm at 84 now, and obviously it gets harder for every percentage point you have. So every one that you go up, it gets harder. Oh dear! Not just because the remaining achievements are harder, but you need more to do to raise it by 1% for every higher percent you have.
Yeah.
Good times. And part of that... What's up?
Every game you start lowers that percentage.
It does. What were you about
Something
to
I
say,
quite like in Sekiro is that you can actually do feints.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you you know how enemies will parry your attacks. Well,
Yep.
if you start going for a charge hit, if you don't fully charge it, you can sometimes hit them with a light attack because they are going. Since you started a charge attack, they'll try to block your charge attack. But since you
Yep.
didn't charge it fully, you hit them.
It's like
I
a
like that.
fuzzy guard in a fighting game. It's pretty cool. I thought you were going to refer to where you press the attack button, and then you can't press parry button right afterwards and you parry instead, or vice versa. I discovered that that was possible. Oh, I don't know if this is where I discovered it, but I really saw it on display when Evangeline, bless her heart, she could not wrap her mind around it. She played the game correctly and then at some point did it incorrectly and couldn't make herself do it correctly again. She would press parry and attack, and she would constantly parry when she's trying to parry an enemy's attack. She would parry, then attack, which means she would always get hit because she just charged an attack right as the enemy was about to hit her. And it got really frustrating for her after a certain point. She knew what to do, but she couldn't make herself do it correctly. Or at least couldn't for a long time. She could again if I reminded her, and then a few seconds later it would happen again, and so on. That actually got kind of frustrating for her. She made it through the intro of the game, the tutorial sequence, all the way up to Genichiro. Yeah. I think nowadays if she tried to play it again, she probably could. Especially because it's been so long she could unlearn that bad habit. But it's like when you see someone panic and just press all the buttons, except in her case it was just 2. What are you thinking? Silently judging me.
I am thinking about how the hell I'm going to regenerate my energy in this game when evidently I'm not tired enough to go to sleep yet, despite the fact the sun has set.
Sun's getting low. Oh dear. That I might not be able to help you too much with.
Yeah, hold on. No, I'm just trying to figure it out myself.
Oh, thank you, Twitch bots. I always appreciate that. You two, CJ, you're currently only streaming to YouTube, right?
Yes.
Oh. You will experience a lot of bots on the other platforms. I mean, obviously. It may still be worth it.
Heard.
It's certainly, if you want to get monetized, it's certainly way easier to start on Twitch. I don't know about Kick, but at least for Twitch. Because the barrier to entry for getting monetized is much lower, but it has its own grand set of issues as well. So,
what's the barrier for Twitch?
It's, let's see, for just the basic, it's 50 followers. The big one is getting 4 average viewers for 30 days. That's the tricky one. Because I'm at everything that's necessary except for that, for getting into it's either partner or affiliate, whichever is the lower of the two.
Okay.
But it's all that you need for just the basic stuff. Of course, Twitch isn't my main platform, so I haven't optimized the stream for that. It's just how it is. It's probably not a good thing, but I was actually considering switching over from Twitch to Kick anyway. Now the revenue share on Kick is the greatest of the 3 of those. It's 95-5. Unless it's changed, you get 95% of it and Kick gets 5%. So it's YouTube is 70-30, Twitch is 50-50, unless you have a contract that enables it to go higher than that.
My question to my initial speculation that how new is Kick? Like, how long has it been around?
It's certainly the newest of the 3. I want to say it's a couple of years old. The biggest issue with Kick is the lack of people that are on it as viewers. I mean, it still has people that are on it now, but by virtue of being the newest and trying to compete in that space, it might be harder in that respect. But it's also less saturated as a streamer.
There is a really good, I believe, a Folding Ideas video about this.
Oh.
But these, platforms are not your friends, right. And any advantage that they give you, generally, a lot of times, in many cases, will only for as long as they are still small and starting up, and then once they get bigger, they'll shift into more profit-focused mindsets.
Yep.
And that split sounds like it'll be the first thing to change.
It may very well be. once they have you on, then either you might be incentivized to stay on anyway because, you know, sunk cost fallacy, or they'll have enough people that don't mind that will stay on anyway that they can get away with it. You know, I would be, I don't know. When you're a new platform or a new product or a new service in an established field where those already exist, it's not sufficient just to do the same as those others, because then you're having to overcome the inertia that other service product company has, where they already have people that are with them, so they might as well stay with them. You have to actually be a better product in order to outcompete those. And I think that's the sell here. Hey, we want to get streamers on the platform. How do we do that? Give them a really good share. We're not just we're Twitch, but with a more profitable or a more streamer focused share for you. You might very well be right that not only may it not last, but this may be something as soon as they get big, they switch it up. I'm not sure how they would, maybe, because they're an American company, they're subject to American contract law, and that might make it a bit trickier in some respects for the people that are already established. But for the people that are not, the new people at the very least, they might see less favorable rates. Especially once, if it won't happen, but if Twitch were ever to go away, now their direct competition, YouTube isn't direct competition, is gone.
YouTube is doing its own thing.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube is to streaming what Nintendo is to console gaming. They're kind of just doing their own thing. They're not directly competing against Sony and Microsoft. They're on their own, doing their own thing. Yeah. Although Nintendo is actually
they get so
a
much
good
money
example.
from video ad revenue.
Yeah, Nintendo is, I think, a pretty decent example of this, because when Nintendo was failing, when the Wii U was going awfully, they had a free online service. There was no charge for it. With the Switch, however, Switch Online does have a cost, monthly cost, or you can do monthly or annual. So once the company was doing better, the system changed, or they anticipated doing better. The system changed. Of course, the Wii U was the last console where they had Iwata and I think Reggie. Yeah, Reggie was on for the Switch, but for part of its duration, part of its life. But that was the last time that Iwata was, he passed away some time ago. God, he passed away almost 10 years ago, didn't he?
Nintendo was never the same.
Yeah. The common criticism is that once he did, his whole shtick is that he was the CEO, but he was also a gamer. And then once the company moves into business hands that aren't also gamers, the focus, the company culture shifts, or at least the business trajectory shifts. And
that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Still got other devs on there, so they still make good games.
Yep. I don't play very much. I mean, obviously I don't play much Nintendo stuff these days. From what little I have played, and the word I hear, is that might be starting to shift, which might just be a matter of the developers that used to be the powerhouses that were there starting to age out, and new teams. They're also doing more, having third parties make the games, which might give you some spotty results.
What games do you think of when you think it's starting to shift? Because if it's Pokemon, that's mostly a Game Freak problem.
Mario Kart World is the big... It is both one that sells extremely well and kind of a hot mess. And it is one of those rug pull games as well, where they changed some pretty significant features after it had already been bought, specifically related to the maps that are available to you when you race online.
Yeah.
It's not Nintendo, it's Game Freak, but Scarlet and Violet is also What If Sword and Shield but worse, at least as far as the soundness of the gameplay is concerned. I like clipping into walls and having people walk in front of me through the Pokemon in the middle of a battle, and showing off your game that you want to become an esport, having duplicated grandmas and students on the field or on the edge, stuff like that. Its quality control feels like it's off, but that's not directly Nintendo, even though they have a share in Game Freak and Pokemon. Anyway,
on the Switch 2, Scarlet and Violet is actually one of my favorite Pokemon games.
Yeah, I've heard that there's a pretty substantial difference. Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me.
It completely fixes the problems with performance, and without the performance problems, the only issues left, well, most of the issues left are the graphics that just aren't very good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look particularly good.
And I
this
have
is
looks pretty bad. But
this is one small ant clip where he's like he's like flying around. I'm pretty sure it's by that. He's flying around and he's like I think he is like kind of just fed up with the graphics. He's like, let me just pull up Breath of the Wild so we can all take a look at the difference. And it really is like yeah.
There's something to be said. I think if it's the case that they fixed a lot of the glitches that were there early on, other than the graphics, the actual gameplay itself, I mean, not the story mode, but the actual game, I actually rather like, even though I don't like Nintendo as a company and where Game Freak's trajectory is, the actual battles themselves, I mean, I play Pokemon competitively. I have to like the battling side of it. The actual campaign itself is really easy. They gave up on the rival having the type that beats yours and all that jazz, and you know, the actual story side of it feels like it's cheap as well, but the gameplay itself is still on a solid foundation, I find. Or at least the
there's a fox stuck in a spider web.
Hey!
No!
Oh no!
I need to save you.
You can't save. Don't save her. You can't fix her.
The campaign definitely is easy, and it has been getting easier with each generation, but I would like to say that I wouldn't say that it has ever been not easy. I haven't found any Pokemon game to not be easy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think part of that is banked knowledge.
Yeah. And we're also nerds. We think systematically in such a way that a more casual fan might not. Or, you know, we're adults, and these are games that are often made for the 10-year-olds that they get to imagine, you know, that there's a reason that Ash is always 10 years old. You play a 10-year-old going out in the world to catch Pokemon. It's made for that audience. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't have any issue with the Pokemon campaigns being easy. They are kids' games. And adults can play them too. It is fun. Anyone can play them, but it is a kid's game, and it doesn't have to be hard. And it just isn't. It has never been. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think even if the other thing that I think about Pokemon games having issues is that a lot of those issues, like, it's still like the gameplay is never going to be the problem because they use the same gameplay for basically all the games. It's still Pokemon at the end of the day, so the gameplay is always going to be fine. Thus, you kind of have to look at the other parts of the game to tell if it's good or not. If it's a good Pokemon game or not.
I would kind of agree with you, except Legends Arceus and Legends ZA do actually do something different with the formula.
Well, those are spin-offs, so it's kind of different.
They almost could be mainline games, though. Honestly, the quality is maybe
quality-wise,
better than a mainline game.
Yeah, quality-wise, but they are spin-offs.
Yeah, for the actual mainline stuff.
Whether they're spin-offs isn't really about the quality.
Yeah. Maybe the spin-offs are there to make the mainline ones feel a little bit more fresh. I mean, the actual answer is to make money, but as an added effect, maybe making those feel a little bit more fresh because it is the same formula. Insert me talking about how Palworld is cool for another reason. It does something different. So if you play a lot of Pokemon, now you're playing Arc, but it's a creature catcher, but there's also you can battle with them, there's a breeding simulator, it's an open world game, so there's that exploration to it. I rather like Palworld. I like Palworld more than any Pokemon game I've played, and I like the heck out of Gen 3 is my favorite regular mainline Pokemon gen. Of course, of course. It's the Rayquaza simp likes Gen 3 the most. The guy who tries to make Rayquaza work, and Rayquaza is not a thing. Don't actually do it. It doesn't work. Oh dear. Rayquaza
I
is...
freed the fox.
Oh. Was it on fire?
Story-wise, I actually think...
No, he's just stuck in a spider web.
Yes, Tim,
I
story-wise?
actually think Scarlet and Violet is pretty solid story-wise, too.
Oh. Yeah, it might be. I don't know the story for a lot of the more recent gens. I couldn't tell you anything
It actually
about
has a...
8 except for Eternatus is a thing and Zacian and Zamazenta have to stop it. But aside from that, I couldn't tell you about Gen 7 either.
Yeah.
What do you like about it? Tell us your thoughts.
Scarlet Violet is split into 3 different main story paths that branch together into the end, being the gym battle line, the Titan hunt line, and the Starfall Operation Starfall storyline. Which the gym battle line is basically just you fight the gym battles and you fight your rival a couple times, and that's about it for there. It's fun. It's not very interesting story-wise, but it's a little more of that in the other 2. Next one is Titan Hunt. You go around hunting Titan Pokemon. Essentially boss battles.
Yeah.
You fight with Arven, extra big Pokemon. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy since it's a single Pokemon. You can debuff them, buff yourself, whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy.
Okay.
But the story is that Arven's dog is sick. You gotta get the Herba Mystica that the Titan Pokemon are guarding to heal his sick dog. It's very heartfelt.
Aww.
His dog is a Mabostef.
I've seen that before.
Just a little further
Aw.
here. We cannot pass.
And the Starfall Street storyline is that there's the quote-unquote evil team, and they're not exactly evil. They're not even close to evil. They're a bunch of outcasts who, at the beginning of the game, seem like the bully group. They're trying to recruit more students into Starfall into Team Star. They're picking on students and whatnot. You go around to different Team Star bases, defeating the leaders of each base to eventually get to fight the big boss of Team Star to have Team Star disband.
Is
And
this the,
what you eventually...
Is this where the vehicles that look like they have a lot of they play a lot of music or what? Is this where I don't know? I can see it in my head,
Yeah.
but kind of. Yeah, that's where that's from.
it's those. Yeah. So the thing there is that Team Star was originally formed by a friend group of bullied students who wanted to get back at their bullies, and so they made the Starmobiles and they scared the bullies so bad they left school, and they were blamed for that because they did do it.
Yeah.
They did scare them that bad. So and ever since then they've been seen as the bullies, and so it turns out that the person who's been helping you fight Team Star turned out to be the big boss of Team Star, who just wanted the team disbanded so that they wouldn't be kicked out of school for being delinquents.
Of course.
And so after those 3 storylines are completed, you head into Area 0, which is the big crater in the middle, where it turns out that Arven's dad/mom, depending on game version, died some time ago, is currently an AI in a robot body that looks identical to his mom/dad. The Legendary you've been writing on, there's another one that the professor has. The professor's goal was opening a portal to the future/past game versions.
Game version.
Yeah, and essentially the future/past paradox Pokemon came out of there, and we have to stop that because, of course, the paradox Pokemon are too dangerous. They would overrun Paldea, destroying the ecosystem and whatnot. The AI is there to prevent that. We have to battle the AI, close the time portal thingy, and that's it.
Okay. That's that's it, but that's a good bit. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more than I feed my motorcycle sandwiches and it turns them into eaten sandwiches. That's a little bit more than just that.
Yeah. There's more detail to it and whatnot, but just quick explanation.
Sure.
I find it a more solid story than Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield has been clowned on for not having a very great story. It's
if you
essentially...
want to keep talking for a sec, I unfortunately need to take a quick break, so I will be back in just a minute, but feel free to keep going.
As
CJ's
I
okay with
heard
it.
it, Sword and Shield's story was basically dude wants to save the environment, but because some celebrity said, I'm not going to talk about that right now, he basically lost his crap and decided to end the world.
No. Not quite. The mayor wants to solve the energy crisis that's going to happen 10,000 years from now, so he decides to use Dynamax energy for it, which comes from Eternatus. The champion, I would guess that's the celebrity you're talking about, doesn't agree with it because the Dynamax energy spreading all over the regions, causing random Dynamax Pokemon to rampage, and so it's basically just the mayor wants to solve the energy crisis that hasn't happened yet, and he goes about doing that in a pretty dumb way. That's about it.
Okay.
It leads into the climax being Eternatus, Gigantamaxes. We get the Sword and the Shield doggo to help out. We capture Eternatus, and the day is saved.
Yeah, it's still pretty dumb. Energy crisis 10,000 years. Right. It's like a couple decades from now, I might buy it. 10,000 years? Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I remember that number correctly, but it's the energy crisis of the future, basically.
Yeah, I mean, not that the energy crises are not a problem. It's just like that seems pretty far away for anyone to actually care.
Yeah. He's trying to solve an issue that isn't here yet, earlier than we need to be able to. And he's doing it by trying to contain a legendary that's causing Pokemon to rampage like crazy all over the region.
Yeah, that's doesn't.
Until that legendary blows up its containment and goes crazy.
Yeah. That seems dumb.
I don't know the story of Gen 7. I haven't played Sword and Moon. Not Sword and Moon. Sun and Moon. I watched the anime though, but I'm guessing it's different because, you know, it's the anime.
Yeah,
different continuity.
The anime has this wonderful little character called Ash Ketchum.
Yep. The anime, to my knowledge, tends to be somewhat similar, but not the same.
That is believable.
Meanwhile, Gen 6 was clowned on for being way too easy, because it is very easy. You get a free Mega Evolution after, what, the 3rd gym? Something like that, 3rd or 4th, I don't remember. Until it suddenly becomes extremely hard in the Elite Four.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey. Got something to eat real quick. Hopefully, maybe totally definitely. Oh, I can take away the "will be right back" now. There we go. I heard about it getting really hard in the Elite Four. Is that because Cynthia's... Well, she's the champion, not the... Okay, bad joke.
No, I was talking about Gen 6. Gen 6 is clowned on for being very easy because free Mega Evolution since like the 3rd or 4th gym.
Right.
So, yeah, and so it's extremely easy until the Elite Four, where it suddenly scales up immensely.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember. It's been a while since I played, and also I can't be very objective since it was my first ever Pokemon game.
Fair enough. Was it... Do trainers not typically... I guess trainers don't typically do Mega Evolutions back at you, right? Do gym leaders?
Yeah, there is no... There's... No, not even the gym leaders. The only Mega, I think, is the champion and Lysander. Lysander has a Mega Gyarados, and the champion has a Mega Gardevoir, I think. And those are the only Megas. Which is one of the big problems. No one uses Megas other than you, basically.
I can see why
that would
what
make
they would do
things easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Gen 6 is also what gave us Xerneas, and Xerneas is war crime. You know where that's going.
Yep.
Competitively, Xerneas is pretty miserable to play again. Hold on.
Yep.
I will be back in another 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Screw it. Never mind. I will not, because that's what this here is for. This is painting stuff. Washing my brush off. Ish fine. Ish fine. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I will be right back.
Turns out talking is enough of a debuff to not be able to kill Genichiro.
Just lose to Genichiro?
Yeah, whenever I'm speaking, I lose to Genichiro because I apparently can't focus enough.
Tragic.
He does do enough damage that missing one hit can be enough to kill me. He can kill me pretty quick if I mess up, but he just it just doesn't happen very often because he's just not that dangerous, I guess.
Yeah. He is not. That he is not.
Back 2.0.
Welcome back again.
Hey. And somehow the view count went up when I was gone. I wonder how that happened. Okay.
Strange.
No. Good to see you new folks. Hi, I'm T1 GlycerLove. I totally know what I'm doing. I'm getting something to eat real quick before I get back to painting. So, although I won't be doing too terribly much more. Oh, and then it goes down when I get back. That's amazing. And life is just funny like that.
I am probably gonna call it pretty soon here myself, though, both for the stream and for this call with you guys, because, like I said, I'm doing a lot of driving.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that while tired.
Man, this is the longest. I was going to say stream, but you're not streaming, at least not on YouTube.
I'm streaming.
Emery Dream?
Yeah.
It doesn't show anything.
I have. Don't tell me it's been private this whole time. I'm gonna murder myself.
I went to go and try to look for your stream to like and all that jazz. And then, no.
Why does YouTube default it to private visibility?
You can shift what the default is, but yeah, it does do that. It does in fact do that.
I need to figure out why it's defaulting it to private. Well, it's public now.
Okay. So there are a couple of options that you can use to get around that. Upload defaults, of course, is one in the settings, but another is if you schedule your streams, when you reuse settings, it will reuse whatever you had previously, which is, public. It reuses all your settings except for whether you stream to the short speed and latency, which it sets to normal by default.
So I'm looking through, I'm like, I need to figure this out now.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm going to forget about it and it's going to happen again.
You'll do a whole Minecraft stream and no one will know what you said. No one will ever know. It'll be lost media. We'll only know about it from hearing you in other people's chats.
He's age 13 to 17? Well, oh my god, I'm not...
He's 200.
No. Older.
Older? Oh yeah,
Older.
that's right.
Try 4.5 billion.
Billion. $1 billion. Alright, yeah, he's actually got the elephants. What's up?
I'll probably hang out however long you guys are, because I'm gonna stay awake for quite a while.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay awake to shift my schedule forward, because I have a doctor's appointment I have to be awake for.
Yep, fair enough. But for folks who don't know, Tim is Norwegian. He's about 6 hours ahead of me. So this is it's the line between his morning and night, I suppose. Well, I mean, it's your morning, but
It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yep, 6 hours. Yeah.
Yep.
And in the summer, that's pretty solidly morning up there.
Well,
I say that because there's some people that consider 12:01 a.m. to be morning. So I give that clarification for
visibility, public, default, set. Never again.
Yay. Never again. Oh, don't worry. If you're like me, you'll find a new technical issue every single stream.
That explains why nobody. That explains why you never show.
Yep. Sorry. I went to look.
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Well, now it's public. I guess it'll be public for anyone who wants to look at it afterwards. Did the game just... Something happened in the game because I wasn't watching.
Uh-oh.
I think it just was too late. Oh yeah, we rolled over into the next day.
Too late
It's hit midnight.
apologize.
Alright, well, I mean, that's as good a time as any since the save point's right here.
Hey.
Well, this has been a very adorable and cute game.
Oh, it is adorable. I see.
I know, right? Look at the pixel art is absolutely wonderful.
Aww.
I can also show you quickly. Little fox person was there, but the person Aurora Borealis.
At this time of day. Okay.
Yeah. Here she is.
Hey, For the folks that are here, give me just another minute. I'm just finishing eating, and then I'll get right back to it. Right back to painting.
Yeah. This is Aurora. Anyway.
There's Aurora.
Hey, CJ, what was your channel name again?
Emery Dream.
EMERY Dream.
Emmy...
Sounds like a Japanese person trying to pronounce the word Emily.
It actually is a... How do I describe it? It is like a bodging of the spelling / pronunciation of the Japanese word for sleep, I believe.
Okay.
One of the Japanese words for sleep.
Can you spell it again?
Emery.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I think the Japanese word for one of them is like memory. I sort of just took that, changed it up a bit to make it sound a bit more like a name, and just put dream on the end.
CJ, you're at the moment that it was 11 o'clock in real life for you and I. It was 11 in the game as well. Now that was 11 a.m. instead of p.m., but I just found that kind of neat that they lined up like that.
Yeah. Anyway, let me save again.
Yeah, that is cute.
That kind of thing. It's a very cute game. Maybe next time you guys can actually watch it. Early days. We're chalking this up to early days.
I can't use that excuse anymore.
Next time for sure. No, you cannot. Next time for sure. Unfortunately, actually another thing, I will probably not be streaming until middle of next week, because I will be down with friends. I mean, if they are fine with me streaming in their basement while there, like that, if they're okay with that, I might do a stream, but I assume that they would probably rather me, do activities with them as opposed to activities in their proximity.
Because you say they, and English doesn't have a widely accepted singular third-person gender-neutral pronoun, at least American English doesn't, I don't know if you're referring to one person or more than one person.
So that's the funny bit, because regardless of if I was talking about one, it is two individuals, but they is the proper pronoun for both of those individuals.
It just brings out.
So regardless of which of the two I am referring to, it is they, it's they for one of them. I think the other one is he, him, or they, them. I need to ask.
That's a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not pulling my leg? No.
No. One of them definitely goes they, them.
A funny little thing about English, you have... Oh, you were going to say something first?
No, I'm just wrap-up speech.
Okay.
Calling it here.
Fair enough.
This has been fun.
You should thank your
play
chatter.
It again. My one chatter. Oh no, there's two. Two people in this stream. Tim, is that you?
Maybe.
Yeah. I knew it. Well, thank you to my two chatters and people in voice call, totally unrelated to each other, not spoofing my views at all. What?
Hey, what? No.
No.
What? I would never.
Where's the definitely not Jesus person, and where are they?
Coming to support. That's up in heaven, I think, right?
Yeah.
What's
Easter just happened, so they should have just come back.
The Alucard, if you're familiar with Helsing, on the side of one of his guns, it says "God is in heaven," and that's what that reminded me of. Yeah.
I need to rewatch that anime. I usually watch it here. I need to go back and watch it again.
I remember still Alexander Anderson when he approaches them in the museum. Ask of me, and I shall give ye the heathen for thine inheritance, and for thy possession the ends of the earth. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Such a good anime.
It is. Be wise now therefore, ye kings. Be admonished, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness, and tremble with fear. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye cast by the way, though his wrath be kindled but a little. It's like those people that memorize the biblical quote in Pulp Fiction. Well, and I will strike down. All right.
On that wonderful note, I will see you all next time. Probably sometime next week. We'll see.
Okay. Well, take care, man.
Yeah. See y'all next time.
Adios, amigo. Ooh, get some rest. Have fun.
I know we're no longer streaming, and now I leave.
Take care, man.
What? Yeah. See ya.
See ya. All right. Oh, he's gone. Nah, he's a cool guy. This is the part where we're normally supposed to shit talk. No, he's a cool guy. Yeah,
he is.
Does Norwegian have a? So I said earlier, in English, for third-person pronouns, he, she, the, it, they, we don't have a gender-neutral, singular, commonly accepted one. You can pick 2 of those, but you can't pick all 3. So singular and gender-neutral would be it, but that's not commonly accepted as what you'd refer to a person as.
Yeah.
You could say singular and widely accepted, and that's he. And there are still people to this day that use he to refer to be used gender neutrally, but it's not. It's masculine, of course. But there are still people that would use it that way because we don't have a better alternative, except maybe they, which is plural, it's gender neutral and widely accepted, but not singular. And sometimes it does cause. What's up?
I don't think we have that, but I don't know.
Huh. I don't know. I remember hearing, though this might be wrong, that Swedish does. Of course, that you're not Swedish, but hey, you totally know from proximity. Totally, definitely. That's how Europe, all of Europe works. It's like American states. You just know. No.
Nah, we Norwegians are so much better than them little Swedes. We don't even need to know. We don't need to care.
This is the kind of trash talk that I want to hear.
Basically, a running gag between the entirety of the Norwegian and Swedish countries is that we definitely hate each other. We are better than each other.
Yeah.
We love them. They love us. We hate them. They hate us.
Oh.
We love being better than them, and they love being better than us. Like siblings.
Like siblings, yep. We do states jokes against each other like that as well. Even with similar states, Mississippi and Alabama are basically the same state, but they rag on each other all the time. Okay, to the rest of the country, Mississippi and Alabama feel like they're the same state. They're both middle of nowhere in the South and culturally feel pretty similar to one another for most of the states, but they're not actually the same. But it's just become something of a running gag, I guess? Something of a running meme that they're totally the same. Exactly. Ooh, this is going to come on too black, isn't it? So now I'm applying black to some logos on my models, and it looks almost too dark. I'm not sure that I like this very much. I'll try it on one, see what it looks like, but I might not do it for the others for now, just to sort of let it sit and see what I think.
I just googled it, and we actually do have a gender-neutral singular pronoun.
Oh, okay. What's that?
So, for a little bit of context, the Norwegian for he and her is han and hu. Han being for male, and hu being for, well, when I say male, that sounds, well, for masculine and feminine genders, han would be a him, and hu would be a her. The gender-neutral one is hen.
Hen. Oh, I think I have heard that before. I think I have. I don't think that I knew it was gender-neutral. Okay. Because I remember coming across that in linguistics. But this was ages ago. Neat. Now, in English, I kept using the widely accepted qualifier. There are some not widely accepted alternatives, but they don't really get picked up. They're not widely. They're not. There's some cultural inertia where it's hard to get enough people on board to make them accepted outside of certain small groups. So Z or Zim is a very uncommon one, but it's probably the most common of the uncommon ones.
Yeah, I feel like a common issue with trying to find new ones is that it just ends up sounding silly. Nothing against the person that would like to use those pronouns, but the pronouns just often sound silly.
Admittedly, that is that's a common criticism for a reason. Even something like Z still sounds a little Star Trek. I'm using Star Trek as a verb. But you know what I mean. It sounds like it sounds made up. I mean, it is made up. It's an auxiliary term, but you know, it shouldn't sound the part. It should be something that sounds natural. But anything you come up with is probably going to have that problem to some degree, I think.
Yeah.
It's,
that is the thing. It's weird because it's unusual, and it's unusual because it's new, and being new is the whole point.
Yeah. It's language evolves, and it evolves. It's not actually a natural thing. It's not a natural occurrence like biology is. But weirdly enough, it sort of follows the similar trends that you find in evolution, and one of those is natural selection. If something is useful, it can stick around. If it's not useful, it will tend to die out. And for most of human history, we haven't had much of a need, in English, for a gender neutral like that. But you do see in cultures that used to have that does show up because it was useful for them. For example, in cultures that might have had eunuchs that are treated as their own gender. That's not a universal, but some cultures treat eunuchs basically as their own separate thing from regular men. And in those cases, you might actually see that, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh dear, I hate these. The brush is starting to curl at the end, which is making it difficult to get exactly on the line here. Because if I go too far off, I'll have to paint over that with red. And I'm trying not to go back and forth between my colors. We'll just have 15 layers of red, black, red, black, red, black, because I keep missing a spot or keep going a little bit out of bounds. I need to draw inside the line is what I'm saying here.
Yeah. Fighting the nature now, I've realized that he ended up being a bit of a joke in my playthrough. Because, since I missed him in Russian Castle, I fought him so much later that he was pretty weak. I did him third attempt, and so I just kind of blazed past him, and then he shows up again. I have a mortal blade, first try.
Nice.
So he's never really been... The only time he was strong was the very first time I met him, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. You got to see a huge power shift from that first almost tutorial time till now. I will say, CJ was right in that his moveset in the tutorial doesn't actually change going into when you meet him for the first time, except that, he gets the third health bar for Way of Tomoe. But other than that, it's actually the same. So you get to have a rematch against the same guy that not killed you, but caused you to lose your arm. He cuts your arm off. So you get to have a rematch. You get your revenge
Didn't he
against
actually
the
kill
same
you, though?
guy. Well, he thinks he killed. No. I don't remember if he actually kills you or leaves you for
back
dead.
to life.
Well, yeah. I think he just leaves you for dead. At that point in the story, he doesn't know you're immortal. But, if I cut your arm off, in real life, you're going to bleed out. So, I think he just left you for dead.
We have the white patch on our face. I thought we got that from... Oh, actually, no, we had that as a start. Never mind. I feel like he kills us, though. I don't know.
He might.
I don't actually remember.
Well, like I said, if he leaves you for dead, he probably has killed you because you bleed out, and then you come
Yeah.
back through Dragon Resurrection. He doesn't know until your fight at the top of the estate, the castle, Ashina Castle, that you actually have the dragon's blood in you. Now, he knows he wants the dragon's blood, but he doesn't know that you specifically have it already until then. Which is a neat little detail, I find. Take these two down. And you know this because of his reaction when he sees you alive, you know. I made this harder on myself than I had to. Some of my Crisis battlesuits have extremely stupid poses, and I mean, like, for example, you know the Michael Jackson thing where he leans really far forward and then comes up? Yeah, my guys are doing that. One of them is about to tackle you. Tau, the I want to hit everything from 10 kilometers away faction, is about to tackle you. I mean, it makes as much sense as anything else. Oh dear.
By the way, how do you like my Fugi?
It's adorable. I like the Malakath.
Yeah.
You've been using it for a while, and I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
If you ever get something, oh, you first.
It was in one of the Elden Ring streams, the one you had to set out. Kara told me about how the Fugis work.
Oh.
So I put it on then.
Oh, wasn't it already it was, I thought I've seen you use it before. Oh no, it was just in thumbnails. It was what you had sent for thumbnails. Yeah. That's where I'd see. Believe it or not, I didn't put 2 and 2 together on you not having it in Fugi for a while. Because usually I'm looking at my screen and, you know, I'm not seeing that. But that's hey, that is pretty neat.
Yeah, because before it was just my profile picture, which was a big black box with the Malakath in the middle, which didn't really fit in as a Fugi. It was a bit too big. And so at the start of one of Kara's streams, I just asked about it, because I figured I didn't want to take up so much of the screen.
Well, I appreciate it. It looks good. I like anything that removes the box background so that you could actually see it as a, you know, as a transparent. I like that, and I appreciate seeing that more. Also makes our lives a little bit easier. Dear. And hey, if you ever come onto one of Tyberos's streams, the Batshark VT streams, Tyberos and Lila, they have a funny little habit of moving us in silly places on the screen, like moving my Fugi head right at eye level with Lila's breast until I got moved onto Tyberos' lap. And it's like, "Hi Santa, I want a ponyta." Yeah. What? Have you been a good boy? Heck no. Oh dear. I played Alolan Golem with a choice band, Terra Electric Alolan Golem with a choice band. I have definitely not been a good boy. I will admit, I found that to be rather silly. I appreciate jank like that. I said after I showed that off on stream that we're never getting Stab Explosion again, are we?
Yeah.
The silliest version of that I ever did was, if you want to be immune to its electric attacks, you either need to be a ground type or have telepathy, because it's your partner doing it, so you want to make yourself immune to it. And the only Pokemon that I could find that either was ground type or had telepathy, that had Faint, and had something else that I was looking for, and I don't remember what it was Riolu, I think it was. Yeah, it was Riolu. Oh, Prankster was the other one. So it had telepathy and Faint. Faint is the one that, if they would protect, it breaks their protect, or wide guard, or what have you. So you can guarantee that it goes off into one of those slots. So you can fire it off. Your opponent won't be able to do jack about that for at least one of their mons, unless that slot happened to switch into a ground type. Good times.
How does Prankster help Faint, though?
It's not faint. It was something else I was looking for. It
Ah,
might have
okay.
been. It might have been coaching. I think was the other one. Prankster coaching. But
That makes sense.
it's been so long, I don't remember what specifically I was. It's the only Pokemon that has Prankster coaching as well, so that's a neat little added benefit too.
Huh, it seems if I oil up Genichiro early enough, it breaks his AI for until I hit him.
Oh! Man just likes getting oil on him. He's gonna get cancelled. There's gonna be a Google Doc on him. Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no. Genichiro, no. Well, actually, if anyway, it would be Genichiro. Oh dear.
I found that a really strong opening into him is using the Akko's waterfall before I enter the arena, enter and then immediately splash him up with oil, and then hit him with a flame vent into a bunch of light attacks, and he starts to burn. His health goes into where he regens poise more slowly.
Yep.
And he takes a bunch of poise damage. Almost takes him halfway to death, basically.
I believe you. And it's not even that many resources because you only have to do the flame vent once, right?
Uh-huh.
So that saves
And
you plenty
I have
for
a lot of
future set
oil
phases.
after... I have a lot of oil after hit artist states.
Yeah, that's right. All the drops from it.
Yeah,
The
I farmed
place
a
where-
bunch there, because for quite a while it was the place I got the most experience and money.
That was
And
what
they're
I
really
used.
easy to kill too.
Yeah, for grinding up levels for the all skills achievement. I went to Hirata Estate. No, not Hirata Estate. Actually, it was Castle. It was Ashina Castle. Never mind. Although in New Game Plus there was an area in Hirata Estate I could have used, but I actually did Ashina Castle and went to the. How do I describe that area? It's about halfway up. The Homeward Idol. It's about halfway up. Or Buddha Idol. The warp point. I would walk out. There's a
Oh, first death blow
single.
on Aishin.
Nice. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
That phase
Horaloo,
transition
what?
is great. Yeah, I know what's going
oh,
on.
yay.
Here you go. Did he do
The
it?
Glock Master, huh?
The Glock Master, indeed. Ishin the Glock Saint.
So that explains why I distinctly remember him having a pole arm in the spoilers I've seen throughout the years.
Yep. It's not even
I was really
his.
confused about...
It's not even his initial weapon. You remember the opening cutscene? That's Ishin that beats somebody. That's the weapon that the guy he beat used. You know, the guy he stabbed in the foot.
Yeah. Wait, that was Ishin?
Ishin is, yep, he's the one that did it. It's the fight that liberated Ashina temporarily from the rest of the Japanese government. The Emperor.
Yeah. I was really confused as I was running towards him because I distinctly remembered seeing someone very Ishin looking in a place, very Ishin arena looking, with a pole arm, but Ishin doesn't have a pole arm. But that explains it.
Well,
It was Ishin.
it sure is.
Yeah, so he would mass real quick.
Oh my.
I could probably turn on stream or something. I haven't streamed since those first couple times with the one-handed Elden Ring.
It's early enough for you that you might actually get, or early, it's late enough for you, it's morning, you might actually get some European viewers.
Maybe. If I get any.
The early birds. Early burbs. Well, I mean, I'm subscribed to you. I mean, I will find you. I will find you. No. Oh god.
OBS
Now there's gonna
update,
be-
I don't care.
Yeah. Google Doc on me. Oh no. Oh dear.
Let's see how this whole streaming thing works. I don't remember.
It has been a sec.
Yep.
Okay. One of the wings is wiggling, so I'm going to see if I can fix that really quickly. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. The battle suits that I use, they're basically Gundams. And you know how Gundams sometimes have those stacks of thrusters on the back that look like they'd be used for boosting and flying and all that? Well, these guys have them too, and it doesn't look quite right. It's not supposed to wiggle, let alone this much. So my worry is that if I don't fix it now, it'll fall off at some point. Of course, if it does fall off, I should be able to fix it with some plastic glue, but I'd rather not chance it. Let me know when you start streaming, by the way. Or have you already clicked go live?
I'm trying to figure out how it works because I don't remember. Where do I change? It's set to private automatically because, you know, not adult.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how I set the title. Where do I do that from?
I think it's it's the title.
Yeah, the title of the stream. I haven't set that yet.
Your dashboard. Studio.youtube.com. Or you can go.
That's where I am.
Hold on. Let me see. It's been a while since I've done this. Do you see at the top right?
Oh, there it
of
is.
the...
I found it. I found it.
I'll be honest. A lot of the time, I just have the link, and I just go straight to it. You know, go into my search bar. I've gone there so many times. It comes up as a pretty high result. So, you just click that.
There we go, save. Now, how do I change it from private again? Oh, maybe also in here?
Should be, yeah.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Oh, there it is. Oh, doesn't help that it's in Norwegian.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's almost like you speak that language, though. Is it badly translated? Or...
the thing is, I do speak Norwegian. I don't speak internet in Norwegian.
Okay. I've heard that Chinese is similar, where there's Chinese traditional Mandarin and then there's simplified Chinese, and they're the two.
The Norwegian isn't any different. I haven't learned how to navigate the internet in Norwegian, you know, terms and such.
It's not that you... I see what you're saying. You're so used to saying it in English, you're having to reintroduce. Yeah. If I tell you to go...
it's like if an old person tries entering the internet, they won't understand what's going on, because they haven't learned the terms and such.
Tim is old, confirmed. Tim is an old man. Okay, if I'm 8,999 years old, and CJ is 4.5 billion years old, he's so old he's not even giving an exact number anymore, probably, unless it's exactly that number. Alright, we need your VTuber lore. How old are you?
I don't know. Unconfirmed?
Well, probably also have to not be Malekith either, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It'll figure
it should be live right now. I think it should be working.
I believe I heard something a moment ago that you might have muted for a sec.
Yeah, that was my phone.
Oh, your phone? Oh, okay.
I was just opening my phone to open YouTube there to see if my stream is here, and it looks like it's here.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, you can see if you can find my stream.
I'm working on it.
Should be on now.
Here's to it. Tim AV. Am I not subscribed to Tim AV? You should go subscribe to Tim AV. I might be. No, I am subscribed to you. What the heck? It didn't show up in my little sidebar over here. It does say you're live, so it should. You know, the subscriptions bar, the way I have it set, it should be putting the live ones at the top. But even though you're live, it didn't put you at the top for reasons.
Okay.
Ishin Ashina attempts. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and now you can see how absolutely wonderful. Oh, that's the wrong item.
Uh-oh. Oh no. I will restore Ashina to glory. Oh, you go counterclockwise around that attack. You are a brave man. I always went clockwise. Follow the direction of the sword. For his opening attack. Apparently there's not one right way to do it. Both work.
Yeah, so there comes the fire.
Yep.
Fail the Mikiri, of course.
Bonfire. Alright.
For some reason, the bow is extremely easy to turn off in this one. If I hit him while he's trying to jump into the air, he just falls down.
You're holding forward, so you're running forward to catch him while he does it too. That probably helps.
Oh yeah.
I'm
holding forward because At
least for me, I rarely did that in my first playthrough against him. So I didn't take advantage of it until I got to this fight. To cancel him out of his bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, for that attack, it might not even be a bad idea to just run. Just don't engage with it.
Normally I just stand still and wait for him to attack me. There I just didn't process it in time.
Oh, you're fine. That's tough.
It seems that if I'm close enough, he elbows me in the face and does a follow-up that I still haven't learned to... Oops. Enter the fight again.
He has some good get-off-me options like that.
Yeah. You might have just seen that he just stood still after I did the old pot. Ah.
Man.
Barely.
You're doing alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charge in is a good way to punish that as well. Or not the charge in, holding the... You know what
I always mistimed the Mikiri on that one, because he holds it so long.
Yeah. Ooh, I hear controller ASMR.
Controller?
Mouse and keyboard, rather. Left click is attack, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Left click is attack, right click is block, W is the, I have space for dodging and sprinting because that at some point was the default for Elden Ring, so it's just what I know.
Sure.
F for jump.
Yeah.
Control for the, what's it, tool.
When I first played Dark Souls, original Dark Souls, I played the Win DVD version of the game, which was a PC version, of course. It was mouse and keyboard, but I was on a laptop, which barely ran it. So I was playing it at with just keyboard, and it is an experience, let me tell you. That was.
I can imagine.
Yeah. No más, por favor.
Yeah, go to the right because I find I have a higher chance of not accidentally missing the iframes if I dodge into the sword.
Right. Oh.
Because if I move with the sword, then sometimes I dodge in a way that I get. So the iframes gets me through some of the sword, but since I moved with the sword, I'm standing in the sword as my iframes go out.
Wait, are you talking about Mortal Blade? You go counterclockwise from...
the Mortal Draw.
See, I actually wouldn't even dodge, at all. I would just run around him where you get behind him and he can't hit you.
Oh. Yeah, that works.
And you can use that to... Now, one thing I would do, which is probably not a good thing, is I would hit him with Mortal Blade afterwards, which does a lot of damage, but used up a lot of resources too. You're using the fire is definitely the more efficient way to do it. For sure.
Yeah, if you use two, the fire does use the same amount of spirit emblems as the mortal draw, but I only use one, so half.
Yeah. Well, it is the same
Mortal
number, but
draws
I
3
think
each, right?
I think the amount of damage that you do is significantly better with once you account for all the burn damage.
Yeah,
And
he's
the
weak,
extra, yeah.
very weak to burning.
Yeah. Well, he's not wearing armor. He'd better be. Come, Sekiro. Oh, what language? I can't hear your game. What language is it in?
Oh, Japanese.
Sick. I
Yeah,
have beaten
I
the game
didn't realize till you asked that one time that it has translations.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was anything other than Japanese.
Well, for most of the From Software titles, they don't, but Bloodborne and Sekiro do. Probably because Bloodborne is a Sony game, Sony's the publisher, and Sekiro is published by Activision. So it might very well be that those companies require it to make it more accessible it ideally the idea is, more sales in those regions. I have beaten the game in Japanese, English, Spanish, and I didn't beat it in German because that was where I got to a certain point and started grinding. But yeah, made it through 3.5 languages. And of those, I think that I still prefer the Japanese one, but none of them were bad, and all of them had a fantastic Genichiro, in my opinion. All of those, at least. I don't know that it's possible to have a bad Genichiro, it seems.
Oh. Ah.
Uh-oh. Hesitation is, in fact, defeat.
Yep. I got too close with that specific attack. I still haven't learned to dodge it up close, because when he's further away, he does basically the Ashina cross.
Right.
When he's closer, he elbows me in the face,
Yeah.
which I don't know what to do about.
I'm not sure that the elbow does damage, to be honest, but the follow-up
Well, it
to
staggers me.
But yeah, the follow-up you can parry, though. It does stagger you, but... That might just have to be your answer. React to the elbow by parrying.
Sometimes I can't parry it because he has two different follow-ups. One is a thrust, but the other is a sweep, and you can't block the sweeps or deflect them.
Well, you can jump them though. I see what you're saying though. You can't just mash the button because you have to actually choose which action.
Problem with jumping is that it doesn't always allow me to jump if I get staggered too hard by the elbow.
Yeah. In Sekiro, like in many action games, you don't just press the jump button and immediately you're in the air. There's some transit time to it. You have to go through what's called jump squat. Well, here's a fun little fact. In fighting games, it's pretty commonly the case that with your jump squat, you'll have, because they need to make your jump look natural. You can't just immediately go in the air. But that you're considered airborne during your jump squat. That's something that happens in some modern games and fighting games. And the reason that matters is because grabs often can't hit you if you are in the air unless they are anti-air grabs, which can't hit you on the ground. So you could use it to buffer a jump to make it where you can't get grabbed.
Oh, too slow.
Ooh.
Ishin's cool.
Ishin is really cool.
And really fast.
Yeah. By a pretty substantial margin, the hardest boss in Sekiro for me. For me personally.
I can imagine. I keep getting too close so I don't get the Akko Spirit fall off.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely not intentional.
No. You can say that again. technically, those battlesuits are done. Technically. I will add more detail to them, but I probably should be going here pretty soon.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know. Unfortunately, this is the first stream I've done, I think ever, where I've had more chat in Twitch than I did on YouTube. Now granted, some of that's bots, and you know, that doesn't count. But that's neat. Actually, here's a fun little reason behind that. I have no chat in YouTube. I have people watching, but there's no one active in chat.
Oh,
which is probably a function of, because it normally would be CJ, but he came into the, he came into the voice call instead. Ooh. There's other things that I could work on, but I think for right now, I'm just going to let it be. Dear Lord, let it be.
I still haven't figured out what determines stab or sweep with the unsheathed attack.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. It's often easier to just run away from it so you don't have to worry about it. Like that. You folks can't see. In fact, though, you know what I could do? I could redirect over into you. The 6 people that are here. Be kind of neat. We'll suddenly have more people watching you.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Hey. And hey, folks, while you're there...
I think this is the longest I've survived against him without reaching second phase.
Maybe.
Normally I die too fast.
If you want to go
That is
and
progress.
subscribe to him, that would be cool. Subscribing to Tim AV.
Subscribers are awesome.
It raises your life expectancy by 5 years. I don't know how that works. It's because he takes away the destined death, that's why. Because it's Malaket still. Perfect.
Ah.
Ah.
Might not remember, but I did mention that I'm bad at jumping.
Hey, it's alright.
Back when I was in your chat during one of the building streams when I was going through Mount...
Pongo?
Senpo Temple.
Senpo,
Mount Congo, yeah. I mentioned that I am bad at jumping, and so my immediate reflex are either block or Mikiri. My immediate reflex is not jumping, and that's not very great when I need to jump quickly.
Yeah, ooh. I've had games like that
I don't
where
even need to go fast,
my reaction will be,
kind of weird.
ooh, there you go. To do something else? Oh, he's just standing there, menacingly. Oh, I see with a bit of a delay. Oh, wait a minute, I have seen that before, somewhere. I'm trying to remember where I've seen that. Where he just stands there. It's proximity based. It's kind of like the way that Radagon used to, if you got right in front of him when he finished his opening animation, he would just not do anything. Oh, you mean for the... Okay, there we go. Yeah, you
What's triggered it for me is the oil pause. Every time I oil pot him, he just stands there.
He says, bro, you did what? You did what? You become American.
Oh, I guess that works.
You throw oil at him, and therefore you must go after the oil. Alright. There we go. Hey, good times. Ooh! Oh! Good block there. I'm seeing with a bit of a delay. You know what? If I'm watching your stream, I should probably just head out myself. That's probably not a bad idea. So, hey, thanks folks for hanging out. I appreciate the people that lurk. You folks are cool. I do appreciate it. But I am going to head on out. So, take care, everybody. There's a fair number of people that actually came. 82 viewers and nobody chatted. You don't have to. I just find that's a high number for no chat. That is.
I have never seen that attack.
Oh dear. Alright. Hey, take care everyone. Go say hi to Tim for me if you would. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.